Just making a quick smoke a minute. My mic's on. Yeah, it's on. That's right. Just making a quick smoke and I'm there. Good morning. Morning. Just chuck some music on there while I made myself a smoke. I didn't want to make the smoke on camera. So thought I'd do an early one this morning, seeing as I had one scheduled the other night and had to cancel because I couldn't get any fucking reception. I was fishing and the signal was absolutely terrible for some reason. I've done live streams from the exact same spot before, but for some reason it just wouldn't have it. Big up Troll Watch. Morning, Mishi. Yeah, doing a first for me tonight as well. My daughter bought one of them Virgin experiences, and me and my missus are going to a comedy club tonight now in Cardiff. So that's a first for me, going to a proper comedy club. And we're going for the world's most expensive buffet by the sounds of it in Cardiff Bay. 25 quid odd, but I think they got about 8 to 10 cuisines on. Lebanese, Mexican, Spanish, French, Chinese, Indian. So that'll be another first for me. Morning, Mishi. Anyone I missed? Morning, Aaron. Yeah, it's the Glee Club. Yeah, never been before. I've seen it because obviously I've been to Cardiff Bay before. Morning, Shangy. Just looking at the chat a minute. I'm not sure he's on Troll Watch, to be honest. I haven't had a look. My daughter just texted me yesterday and said that she couldn't go, so did we fancy the tickets? So we've had the tickets. Like, my missus did have a look last night to see what food they put on in there, and there's a little selection, but not too much. Morning, Norris. Hope you're well this morning. Yeah, not a great selection inside the club, but it is a comedy club after all, not a fucking restaurant. So, like I said, posh buffet by the look of it. Yeah, neither me or my missus drink either, so I haven't got to worry about fucking taxis and all that sort of thing. We're just going to go in the car. Morning, Bet. Good to see you this morning. Yeah, so we'll be heading down there. It's, like I said, it's a first for me, so should be a laugh. I expect they'll give us tickets where I get harassed, because I usually get fucking harassed. If I go to the circus or any sort of shows, I seem to get fucking picked on, which I don't mind at all, because I just fucking go with it, you know what I mean? Yeah. When we kids were younger, a few times they had me at the circus. They'd come and pull me out the fucking crowd to do fucking stuff. You ate it already? Yeah, I've been, it's not everyone's thing, but I've been consciously watching more of the daytime lives on YouTube. Obviously, I watch Nutter in the morning, but I've been finding the daytime lives a lot less dramatic. Morning, Nanya. Okay, now I've got some names in this morning. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, I've been watching daytime YouTube rather than late at night. I've been shutting my stuff down about 10:30, 11. And I found it a lot easier on the fucking ears, if you know what I mean. There is some, obviously there's daytime drama, there always is. But it's like fucking Neighbours compared to, say, fucking EastEnders, isn't it? It's, daytime is, it's not too bad. We've got the chat flying up now. Yeah, thanks, Nanya. Good to see you in my chat. yeah. I'm used to it. I just go with it. Troll Watch, you know what I mean? It's like I said, it's happened a few times to me at the circus in the past and stuff like that, and gigs I get picked on as well. Not picked on, but picked out of the crowd. Must be my big shiny head or something. Morning, Pippa. I'm not smoking. I haven't been out with the dogs, and I haven't been fishing. So I hope my claim's good. Just for anyone watching, I'm not on Pip. Yeah, noted, Pip. Oh, chat's really flying now. It's nice to see so many people in on a morning. But I did notice sort of through the night and this morning, because I obviously getting my head down early and whatnot, fucking I wake up a couple of times through the night, just flick my phone on, have a look. And it was quiet last night and this morning, so I thought I'd chuck up a live, seeing as I cancelled one the other night. But yeah, daytime streams have been doing it for me, or late night when it's a bit quieter. I do like the bigger channels, but when it's just beef, it's the same beef, fucking played out over and over. Got attacked by a dog. Fucking hell. Yeah, the auditing community is what I've sort of drifted into, Nanya, from the other side of YouTube, if you like, the beef channels. Because when I've been in this watching these live streams that long in the whole scheme of things, it's only like probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 months now. So I've drifted into the auditing community, and I'm enjoying that more than the other side, which is, I don't know, I can't be doing with all the chucking accusations at people and that are unfounded and all that stuff. I just can't do it. Big up the real Apollo, the voice of the common man. No, I didn't watch it. I watched half an hour the night before, I think, and I do find Space Raider Knows funny, but when it's like a whole panel of 5 or 6 people just down on one person, I can't watch it. And I know the people going in there know it's going to happen and it's part of their thing, but it's not for me, not too much. Like I said, all the accusations that fly around and stuff, it's you get people that are new to this and they jump on a panel, and because they're a bit fucking different or whatever, they get fucking slaughtered, really slaughtered, so. Sometimes it can be a bit much. So no, I didn't watch last night. I think I came off of YouTube about 10:30. I was watching fucking telly, so rerunning fucking Game of Thrones before the new thing, so I was just watching that. Yeah, Looney Tunes is funny, but as for saying he was in the army and didn't finish his fucking training, fucking hell. If you didn't finish your training, you're not a soldier. Yeah, like I said, I didn't watch it. I expect he did if he went on there. Don't take much to get him going, does it? Let's be fair. First time I encountered him was on Andrew J's, and he just popped in and fucking he ended up arguing with Hammers and God knows what. I can't even remember what it was about, but fucking hell, it was fucking crazy. Cheers, Trollwatch. I try to keep it chill, obviously. People on and whatnot. there's obviously going to be some fucking sort of beef at some point, but I tried to keep it chill. I had this conversation with Moon yesterday about having Emmy Crinkle on my panel, and I do like fucking talking to him, even though he's can be fucking weird and you got to watch him and all that. But I wouldn't have him on probably because people want to come on and just attack him, and that's not what my channel's about. Is just sitting back and letting people fucking go at it, or not that he didn't deserve some of it, mind. He's fucking porn bombing people and all that sort of thing. It's just fucking weird. Like, yeah, it starts Monday, House of the Dragon. About all them white-haired dragon riding people. I gotta admit, I was late to Game of Thrones. I only sort of watched the first time, I think it was like series 4 or 5 or something, and I had to stop watching and go back and watch it from the beginning. So tunes kicked off. That doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. He loves it, doesn't he? He loves the confrontation by the look of it. I hope he's good for a wind-up. Yeah, I might have to watch some of that back then. If it was comical, I'll have to watch some of it back. Any mods that are in, mind if you want to drop people's links in, more than welcome. Morning, Gripper. How's it going? Yeah, I miss that, Gripper. Like I said, I've been getting my head down early and avoiding when it's just the bigger channels and it's just crazy shouting. I don't really watch. I'm there for the chat more than anything, and if the chat's flying too fast, then I can't keep up. Yeah, Sky Atlantic is on. Ludon, I can't wait. Like I said, I was late to Game of Thrones and I had to watch it, stop watching and go and watch it from the beginning. Last Kingdom's another one. If you haven't seen it, fucking that's another one I was late to, and I had to stop watching it and go and watch it from series 1. Pippa, if there's anyone that's definitely fucking eligible for Pip, it's definitely Tunes, because I don't think he should be allowed to go to the corner shop for his beer on his own, to be honest. I'm gutted I missed it now, Gripper, because that's what I was enjoying, was my late lives, and I'd go to bed late, but I still get up at the same time. My body clock just makes me get up at the same time. So yeah, I'm gutted I missed that. Who's on the fight tonight? The Real Apollo? Is it some sort of is it one of them Friday night fight or 3D fight thing? I don't know. I can't keep up with it all, to be honest. Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, Gripper. I think because of time constraints and whatever, and the problems they had with the fucking how they wanted it to finish and how the writer wanted it to finish is I think there was a bit of a kerfuffle about it, wasn't there? So the AJ fights tonight, is there? God, that's a tough call. tough call. I know most people are saying who's sick, but it only takes one punch from some of the fucking size and who's got the athleticism of AJ, and it's all over. Not being rude, I'll have to mute 2 seconds. Try watch if you're eligible for it. I'd take it. My missus is on it for kidney failure, but it took ages to get it. And she was advised to get it by the people who come to do the testing. Yeah, I like Matt Smith in Doctor Who, to be honest, Gripper. I've said before, I'm a sci-fi fan anyway, so. Tomorrow night at 10. Like I said, tough call, but I haven't seen any of the press conferences or anything, so I don't know what shape either of them are in or anything. To be honest, like I said, I haven't been keeping up with the boxing thing. Mishi, it's a spin-off of Game of Thrones about the Targaryens, the Dragon Riders. So should be good. Should be fucking shit up. Try watch. I'd get what you could if I was you. Yeah, try watch this. I've seen you make comments before and about your health, and I know where you're coming from with that. I've had a malignant lymphoma all my life, really. So I've been in for multiple fucking operations to remove most of the glands in my neck. But like I said, it's sort of comes and goes. It's not constantly with me, and it's not life threatening. I'm fucking morning, Robert. I'm a medical freak, poked and prodded like 10 years old. I this fucking, and they couldn't work out what it was for years, and I think it took them about fucking 10 years to find out. Yeah, anything sci-fi or anything historical to do with the fucking Vikings, Saxons, anything like that, I'm on it, all over it. What's a good morning? So looks like everyone's cheery this morning, which is a good thing. Well, the chat's flying again now with everyone saying hello. Yeah, one of my lymph nodes is up at the moment in my neck, Troll Watch. Oh, fucking. Don't know if you can see the scars on the camera right across the front there, look, all the way across down here. This is where my lymph nodes are in a minute. Well, they took one out and had to split the muscle, so. 2 seconds, Gripper. Right, Gripper? Is that you, mate?
Great girl.
All right, Crinkle, how's it going? Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear. They tried again with your Gripper, fella. Try it again. I don't know if that was Crinkle. I'm just saying that because they say Crinkle, but I've heard that whoever that is, right, doing that Crinkle fucking thing, and I'm convinced, and I mean fucking convinced, that they're hiding a Welsh accent. I am fucking absolutely 100% convinced they're hiding a Welsh accent. Yeah, Friday Gripper. Every day's fucking virtually the same for me since I come out of work. It's it was weird at first, but you know what I mean. I've got fucking issues myself, and I'm down for caring for my missus now, so I'm not really actively looking for work at the moment. I do take work from a friend of mine that fits oil boilers and gas boilers, so. Like once a month, I'll have a day or two's work with him fitting some oil boilers. He'll get a hand off me if he's got big boilers to move. They're like fucking 250 kilo, 300 kilos. So it takes 2 or 3 of us to move them into some of the places where they got to go. So every day is virtually the same for me. It's like fucking Groundhog Day since I finished work. Dog walking, bit of internet, tidying up, do me chores, fucking bit more internet or telly. Yeah, I know it when you Gripper, because I know that you speak as soon as you come on, so that's why I always keep my banner up now. I've got wise to that. Yeah, my neck's playing up at the minute. Troll Watch is yeah, the lymph node is gone, but there's obviously other glands, and you know where they split my fucking they had to split my neck muscle in half right through to my throat and take it out. So occasionally I get fucking, it's like neck strain, but it's not, it's the scarring fucking aching. Yeah, no worries, Gripper. I'm on it. Don't know enough about him, Pippa, to be honest. I've seen him on a couple of panels and he's been let on as a youngster, and I'm not sure about that. And but what I've seen, he's all right. But that's just, you know, them hiding a Welsh accent. That's just my opinion. I heard him on someone else's channel and I picked up on it straight away. I could be wrong. But you know, no, that's just weird. That is, Troll. That's just weird talk. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why I won't have him on. But like I said, I spoke to Moon yesterday about it, and he was surprised that I let him on when Moon was on with me. And like I said, as a person, when he's not being a fucking weirdo on a bender for 4 or 5 days, he is probably one of the most fucking sensible and people to talk to. But then he just goes off on wild fucking tangents and says things just to create fucking controversy. you know, he doesn't mean half of it, or he doesn't fucking just realise that the effect it's going to have on some people. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me, Gripper. But like I said, if it is, he's got a video of someone saying that fucking crinkle business, and he just uploads that. But no, they showed me a dong backstage. Fucking hell, man. And they got rid of himself, so. No, but I've learnt my lesson with porn bombers, you know what I mean? It's that's not happening. Like I said yesterday, it's there doesn't seem to be any consequence for them. All the consequence falls on the shoulders of the channel owner, which is fucking a bit off, really, especially if, you know, like they target people they don't even fucking know and stuff. And, you know, if you got a fucking beef with someone, air it, you know, get it out of the way, get it done. And that's it. No, I don't know, but I haven't seen him for a bit. But when he does come on, he is fucking hilarious. I didn't get time to authenticate Pippa. They were in and gone before I could fucking click it. Yeah, I commented on Zara B's last night. I said, well, where's Henry? Like, I'm surprised he's not on your live. And she said, oh, I'll message him now and see if he'll come on. But she said he wouldn't, and he said he'd come on tomorrow or some shit. But no, it was just a question from me, you know, where, you know, I'm surprised he's not on there, like, because they've been fucking, you know, whenever he fires up, she's there on panel, so. Yeah, they're around all the time looking for lives. They'll probably fucking sub to me or have subbed to me at some point. Yeah, I've had a few of them. They had me. I got had by a fucking porn bomber. Came on as someone I sort of fucking, yeah, I wouldn't think would do anything like that, you know what I mean? And no, I got porn bombed. I just took it straight down, didn't give a fuck, took it straight off and deleted. But yeah, I let Crinkle on my panel the day after. And people were surprised about that. And I let him on the day after. I even went on his channel and apologised to him and Zara for comments that I'd made in a chat. And they still, this was after I was porn bombed, and they still came on and tried all that nonsense of one night. But I found it funny that Henry was coming on as everybody, and fucking, you could hear Zara on a WhatsApp in the background, fucking plain as day. The video's up on my channel. So it's called Crinkle Little Star, but it's 45 minutes long. If you want to get to the funny stuff, I think it's about 15 minutes from the end, but I haven't got a timestamp. No, I haven't seen it yet. It came up on my feed, but I haven't seen it yet. Morning, Tim Smith. Respect to you, fella. What I might do is go onto my phone and I might drop a comment on YouTube Idiots video and ask if I can play it. I don't want to play it, just play it. I don't want to get any fucking, I know it'll only be a copyright strike, but I'm already on a warning from YouTube, so I've got to be fucking extra careful what I do, otherwise I'm going to get a strike and get a week's ban. So after I took my Spunkfish video down, I've deleted that off my phone now as well. I don't know if I can still access it on YouTube, but I think that can stay where it is for now. Yeah, because I've had a couple of age-restricted videos where people must have complained about them, and YouTube had a look and thought, well, there's nothing we could take it down for legally, so we'll just age restrict it. So I've got 3 age-restricted videos, which means any video that I put up, not a live, I suppose YouTube will come and have a look at my live, but any short or video I put up, YouTube review it within 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll know within 5 to 10 minutes if I've got an age restriction or no restrictions at all. Yeah, it was a bit harsh, Gripper, but I sort of have a little giggle with the typed voice stuff. It sort of disassociates me from it, and then the way I edit people, I let them fucking condemn themselves, to be honest. And not all of my videos are like that. Some of them are just comical, like the Crinkle ones aren't really having a dig. They're more comical than anything because it's him just off his nut, really, fucking garbling bullshit. Yeah, the Spunkfish video, I think it lasted about 4 or 5 hours. So it had passed YouTube. It'd gone past my YouTube review without restriction. And someone must have fucking complained about it because it had 149 views in about 4 hours, I think, and then it was taken down. So I wasn't the happiest about it for about 5 minutes, but I just fucking thought, oh, it must be bad enough for someone to complain. They must have complained more than once, and it was gone. I got up in the morning to a big red screen on I put my computer on, clicked on YouTube, and the first thing it did was redirect me straight to studio, and it was a big red fucking warning on the screen, and I had to read this fucking thing. I did appeal against it, which I don't know if that was a good idea or not, because now YouTube are going to think I'm a twat for appealing against it. So I'm not sure, to be honest, Tim. Everyone says it was taken down, so I'm not sure. So I'm going to have to mute you a minute while I shut the window. To shut the fucking window. It's that time of day now. We get fucking vans and lorries past all day. I haven't seen anything of him. I did hear he was on someone's panel, saying that he was out under a new name and stuff, but his name on the fucking thing was Emery Crinkle, so God knows. Yeah, I fucking, I'm not sure I should have fucking appealed the Spunkfish video, but seeing as they're on my case anyway, I may as well. But I knew they wouldn't really like my content because it's just, it's a way for me to get my fucking inner Tourette's out, I think, with a fucking dirty mouth. There we go. That'll get everyone cheery, won't it? It will soon be Christmas. And I've got to be honest, because I'm a fucking a baldy ex-ginger. I like the winter. I am a winter person, to be honest. Yeah, YouTube has gone nuts. I do like the. I've started to notice a few more channels like mine with silly little videos, but it seems to be catching. You know what I mean? It's short videos are the way to go. Shorts and short videos. I tried to keep mine under 5 minutes. Yeah, Torbs is, yeah, and I'm sure someone said he was on a panel somewhere. Yeah, I've got to, like I said, I'm loving the short videos. Fucking Mr. Guess Who, YouTube idiots, fucking class, opinionated OG with the Johnny Woodsman slating. But I'm a bit different because I don't use video of people. I just use the audio and do the videos myself, which makes it a bit different. Like, yeah, I think it's I think YouTube like it, don't they? They like the short videos. They like the shorts, and they like videos under sort of 15-20 minutes. I've noticed that 15-minute videos or around that mark seem to be the most popular. They get loads of views. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Torbs, but I've watched a couple of little bits of his lives, and I don't really stay in there, to be honest. I have a quick 5 minutes, and yeah, I'm gone. I don't stay in there. Yeah, go for it, Troll Watch. It's loads of it about, you know what I mean? It's you know, I know I do small YouTubers at the minute in and around the community. But I think I should sort of do what I call one community video a week, and then do one, say, international video a week, where I do like fucking famous people fucking up and saying stupid stuff, because there's enough of it out there. So, you know, I might as well, as I'm only making short videos, you know, I can have if I think about the subject, like I said, I'll make my thumbnail. The first thing I do is think about what I'm going to do or who I'm going to put in the video. And the first thing I do, because I do everything on my phone, the first thing I do is make a thumbnail, go to Google, get whatever image I want, make a thumbnail. Then I go from there, and then I extract my audio from video. So I'll screen record video, then strip the audio out of it in my text to speech app, which I've got, which, you know, you can do text to speech, you can do files, so video or audio files, you can bring them in, change the sound. So that's what I do, is strip the audio, don't use the video, get rid of that, and then do it that way, start building the video from there then. But I always go into it with an idea of what I'm going to do. So any images I need, I'll get them off Google first. You know, like any still pictures, I'll get them off Google first, because the app I use, I can use GIFs and everything. So I'm behind here. Behind on the chat, talking shit about doing videos. Good morning, Steve. Hope you're well this morning. Yeah, I'm right behind her. Yeah, I'm not right up on the audit, and like I said, I'm new to it. But most of the videos I've watched is where people sort of see what the old bill are up to, and security firms and big companies. So like I said, I'm new to it. I came into it through the auditing community live streams. So the live streams were first for me, then getting into watching a few of the videos. But, you know, auditing could be anything. I've seen people auditing old buildings and stuff, which I like. You know, it's and then there's auditing where people just go and sort of try and get a rise out of the old building and the security. Gripper, I'd recommend. I bought the thing. I had the app on my phone for a while, and I was always reluctant to get the full package because it always comes up in yen or something. And it was on offer one day, so I clicked into it, and it turned out that I was paying £8 for the full package for a year. But it's an app. It's on the Play Store called InShot. And after like 5 or 10 minutes messing around with it, it's so easy to use. It's so easy to edit the clips down. I'm a bit of a dab hand with it now, so it's easier for me to edit sound and stuff on it because it can be a bit tricky because it's on the phone. And because I've got it on my phone and I'm linked to my to my desktop, it won't let me fucking download the app on my desktop because it says I've already got it. So if you're going to do it on a tablet or something rather than a phone, I would download it to that, to whatever device you're going to use. But yeah, InShot, it's more an old timer. It's I haven't heard that, Tim. I haven't like I said, I've been watching the daytimes, but I haven't been watching the nighttime live. So yeah, the InShot app. Just have a look at it. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But I find it easy to use. It's got an audio extractor on it and everything on the free one. So I just upgraded because you get more backgrounds, more stickers, more GIFs and whatever with it. So morning, MBTV. I've got up the chat now. Oh, nice try watch. I'll try that one on my desktop. I've got Filmora on my desktop, but it's not the easiest to use. It's I have done a video on it, but it takes some getting used to. I'm getting used to it, but it just takes some a bit more getting used to than the phone app. It's more complicated. Morning, Don Mango. Yeah. That's the morning, Tyrone. Yeah, that's the only thing with InShot is the watermark. That's the same with the Filmora I've got. I don't want to pay for Filmora. Fuck that. I'll find something better than that on the desktop to use. There's plenty of free ones which are just as good. Only available for Android or iOS. I'm on Android on the phone, so. $23, and it's good for me for the morning. I'm going to pop some music on in a minute for 5 minutes while I make myself and my missus a brew. She's all Davros up to a fucking dialysis machine this morning before we go out later. Like I said, Comedy Club will be a first for me. And the posh fucking buffet will be the first for me as well. So, but we're going to be down the bay in plenty of time. So, yeah, Pippa, that's my sense of humor. I call my missus Davros. She don't mind. She loves it. She says the same things about me, mind. Yeah, cheers for coming in, Tim. See you later. See you around some chats, I expect. Yeah, the comedy club is a freebie off my daughter because she can't go. It's a Virgin Experience thing. And my missus, I spied on Google Maps a posh fucking buffet that does about 8 different cuisines. So it's expensive, but it'll be worth it. Like, Tim's getting the love. He'll be off doing his modding duties, dropping links and whatnot. Like I said, if there are any mods in the chat, if anyone wants to drop any links at all, I don't mind whose links they are. Just drop them in there. Drop Troll Watchers in there. I can't do it from where I am. I might get on my phone and turn it down. Morning, live follower. Hope you're having a good morning. Yeah, that's right. That is. You have got to spoil yourself sometimes. It's like I said, it's a freebie, but I'll give my daughter something for the tickets. You know what I mean? It's yeah, we wouldn't have thought of going, but you know we're gonna. When's the quiz, Ice Chain? Big up the Ice Chain. No quiz for me. I haven't got any questions loaded up. Otherwise, I would. Might get a bit of guitar if I take my fingers up. Because I'm not used to playing acoustic. Oh, it's fucking... It's horrible. And especially when I chop my finger. See? Bought myself a little Ibanez. It's alright for what it is. But like I said, my fingers are wankered, so... Doesn't sound too bad, though. Don't know what it sounds like coming out the microphone, but I have got a pro mic, so... It's Sub-Zero from Gear for Music, so it's made for podcasting and music, so... no, I won't be playing any Tracy Chapman. If I play anything, like I said, I'll have to fucking take my fingers up because I'll chop the top of my one finger. And since I stopped playing bass guitar, my calluses have gone. So it's a bit painful to play acoustic, especially as I'm not used to it. No Tracy Chapman. Jerry Cinnamon. Can't say I know that. Yeah, some lovely places down the bay. I've been down there. Obviously, I'm not far away, so I've been down there a few times. And play through the pain, yeah, go. Or just take the pain and play some heavy metal on an acoustic guitar. Or some country and western, anything. Blues? Let's have some blues there. That did that. So my calluses must be coming back. Pain. Saying that, I did have to tune my guitar down. It's down half a step to make the strings looser, to make it easier to play. Because I've got sausage fingies, so... Good morning, Vincent. Nice to see you in the chat. I taught myself, live follower, taught myself how to play guitar, and taught myself how to play bass guitar as well. So, but I can't read or anything, can't read music, but I play to a good enough standard that I've been in bands for 20 plus years. So, but I didn't start learning guitar until I was like 20 or something. No, I haven't heard from Andrew. I've seen him on a couple of panels, and he said all right in the chat. But what day are we today? Friday. I messaged him Tuesday to see if he wanted to fish on Wednesday, and he didn't get back to me. So he obviously wasn't feeling it or something. But no, I haven't heard from him at all, Tyrone. No bones in a shark. That debate the other morning was fucking great. Yeah, I was playing guitar in other bands, and I ended up being asked to play bass for my brother in a blues band, which I did for a few months, and then I got asked to play bass in a metal covers band. So that's what I did for 13 years, gigging every weekend or nearly every weekend. I've got a couple of gig videos on here, but they're a bit distorted. They're phone videos, you know what I mean? No, it's not hard, Tyrone. I just, because I played guitar, I already knew where the chords were and everything. So at first I just treated it like guitar, and then sort of gradually picked up more bass technique and put a plectrum down and started using all my fingers. And sea bass, yeah. That's what I was trying to catch the other day, but I'm not a fan. They go back if I catch them. Play cocaine with the Zara B bits in. I should really, because fucking Flavors took the live straight down. All right, I'm gonna mute myself a minute. I'm just gonna put some music on and make myself and my missus a brew. So. Cheers, everyone who's stayed in chat. Get rid of that. Yeah, I can imagine mostly dancing to that. And I gotta be honest, I haven't seen any of his videos, not one. But I'll big up anyone who has pet rats because I used to keep pet rats. And they are clean little things, but I used to get fucking really gutted when they died because they last 3 or 4 years, a good unlike, but I stopped keeping them because fucking I got too attached. Same with ferrets, get too attached. They don't last that long. Oh, rats are funny. You can train them as well. I used to carry one around with me when I was younger. He used to fucking come and meet the shop and all. No, they didn't start off as pets, no. But them black and white Russian hooded things, they're fucking great, they are. My missus is good now for another hour. Oh, 15's too many. I couldn't keep that. I couldn't keep that many. Like I said, I had 10 chickens at one point up my allotment, which I've let fucking go this year. Just haven't bothered because the fox killed my last 2. But yeah, lost all my chickens to a fucking fox. I did have a ferret up there for a bit, but I'll get too attached to it. It was my mate's, it was, so that had to go. Yeah, I love the badgers, Troll Watch. We got loads of badgers around where we are. But I've got a couple of lurchers. They used to hunt rabbits when I was younger, when they were younger, and we'd see badgers and that all the time. Wednesday night, I didn't film it. I should have done, really. I wasn't quick enough on my fucking feet, but me and my brother had a fox following us when we finished fishing, and it wouldn't leave us alone until my brother gave it a fucking mackerel out the bait bag, and off it ran with his fucking old mackerel in its mouth. Yeah, they breed quick. Really quick. No, I haven't seen them ones. Like I said, I've been I lost all my chickens, so I was gutted about that. Yeah, they're the best gripper. I've always had lurchers and terriers. Whippets are my favourite breed, to be honest, but they're 14 she is. Still going well, but yeah, she's showing her age now, like. Yeah, all us fucking small town folk. I live in the middle of nowhere, but it's like still a town of like I think 5,000. So only a small town, but yeah, living on the fucking side of the mountain. How can you mix up a badger and a? How can you mix up a badger and a fucking hedgehog? One's got spikes and one's black and white with big fucking teeth and claws. Yeah. Fox got my chickens. Not all at the same time. Fucking I had them for a couple of years laying. Lost a couple. Thing is, my allotment is like right by houses, so there was no way of getting rid of the fox really, unless I'd fucking trapped it and relocated it, but that's illegal, so you have to get someone to do it for you. Morning, Oven King. Yeah, I'm good. One village, one surname. Yep, that's the one. Where I am, it's local for local people. Yeah. Yeehaw! So I live close enough to civilization, though. I'm only 15 minutes from fucking Newport, so if that you can call that civilization, I think it is. Cardiff is. Cardiff civilization. Newport, I'm not so sure. Yeah, I like Shuffling. He's funny. His choice of words are a bit ripe sometimes, but aren't everybody's. You can't, judge people just for a few words they say. Like, you know what I mean? No, he's just beefs with people, but I still talk to the people, and it's nothing to do with me. Live follow. I've been really, really wanting to come up to the lakes, me and my missus, but we'd have to plan it because of her dialysis. So there's somewhere I've always wanted to go on holiday. But for me, it's a 7-hour drive. So, well, that's at the speed limits. As soon as I drive a French fucking lump of shit, that's speed limits. That's it. Like, I didn't even fucking ask Tyrone. My allotment was it's alongside a railway line, so it was originally a garden for an house that's no longer there. So I just fucking, there was an old hard standing on it that we'd had a caravan on for years, so I got rid of that. I built a fucking half brick shed straight onto the fucking hard standing. Fucking massive thing, wood burning a lot, and council never said a fucking word to me, so got chickens up there, veg and all in there. Good morning, Mafford. Yeah, Shuffling's funny. You can see him, when he goes on the cesspit and that, playing up a bit more than he would on other panels. Like, he's on YouTube Asylum yesterday, and he's great. Like, yeah. And I was like that grip. I don't know if I'd do it in winter, but yeah, it's a lot. The landscape and scenery is a lot like where I live. So, but just more water. So, I'm just interested to have a look. Cheers, live follower, for subbing. Shuffling was on the gym, was he? Oh dear. Yuck. Not for me. Saying that, I don't do much alcohol anyway. I'll have a shandy occasionally, and I'll occasionally have 1 or 2 Jack Danielses. I think the last time I was drunk was fucking hell, 15 years ago maybe. Been like tiddly a couple of times since. Yeah, like I said, I've been itching to do a bit of a road trip, but it's with my missus, it's a bit far for us to fucking drive, to be honest. Seeing as we'd only have 3 days, like, somewhere like that, you got to make a week of it and do a bit of traveling around once you got a base. So Yeah, I've stopped watching Torrent, to be honest. Yeah, I do watch a few. I watch a few videos from up that way. Live follow on the old fishing front. I haven't done for a couple of weeks, but there's a couple of people I'm sub to from that way. So yeah, alcohol just doesn't sit right with me. If I like have a couple of lagers or something, or ciders, or beers even, you know, just two, I'll get an headache like 10 minutes later. But if I have shandies, it doesn't happen. And if I drink a couple of Jack Daniels to get tilly, it doesn't happen. So whether it's something in the lager or fucking the beer or whatever, but I just can't. My body can't tolerate it, and it's probably the amount of weed I used to smoke. Don't smoke so much anymore, like, you know. Good day, Mike. Hello. How's it going? Yeah, I miss that because, like I said, I've had a few early nights, so we got someone backstage. Two old people. I don't know who they are. Whoever it is putting a funny face. I think it's a video. Got two people backstage. If there's any mods in, don't ban people, but anything that's weird, just get rid. I haven't seen Squid Game. Let me put my thing up a minute. I have a couple of people backstage, but there's something weird going on. So let's have a look, is it? Hello? You're on? Greg Paul? You're on? You're off? Firefox Furries 100. We'll lose this then. Hello? You're on? And you've muted yourself? Milan? No? Right. Okie dokie. Don't expect me to let anyone on without authenticating or putting my banner up. You gotta be fucking joking. I'm behind again. I've missed a few in the chat, so looks like we've got a few people in from someone else's stream here by the look of it. Yeah, we've had two in the back. We've got Greg Paul in the back who's been in the chat here, and we had Milan in the back as well. Hello? You're on, Greg Paul? No? Righto. Goodbye. Fucking weirdos. I didn't kick you. You didn't speak. I spoke to you. You were muted. You didn't unmute yourself. Hello? Do you want to unmute yourself?
Hello?
Where are you on? Hello? What's going on? How are you? Looks like we've got some jokers in. I don't mind. Keep them going. No, it's not. It's not fucking happening. It just. I ain't getting porn bombed. I mean, when they come backstage and they're not porn bombing, but they're not speaking. So the thing is, I'm over the button, ready to get rid of them before they even, get a chance to do anything. And I don't look at the porn bombs anyway. So. All right, Tyrone?
Yeah, good man. Yeah, good. Yeah. How are you
Yeah.
this morning? All right?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Some silly fuckers about, innit? Huh?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I've just banned one of them from the studio altogether. No, I won't put up with them trying to porn bomb me. Half of them I haven't seen, like I said, and I don't like banning people from the channel at all. But
Yeah.
if I got to, I will. So,
like I said, if you didn't see my comment, people are asked to show their faces. You don't know what they look like, so you know it's the right whoever it is, and it could be coming on. You know what I mean? Unless they've been on a few times, you don't know what they look like.
No, that's why I've got the banners and everything. There's someone backstage now. That's why I've got the I paid for StreamYard so I can have the permanent banner up and let them on behind it.
Yeah. What time are you heading?
Ice TA authenticated by YouTube. Chosen to mute themselves. Gone. Yeah, just people messing around. I don't mind. It's bringing views into the channel. It's just a pain in the ass. I'll just kick them, without even fucking letting them on.
Big up, Gripper. What time? When are you going down the bay today?
I think we're leaving here to get down there about 5, 15:15. So I'll be leaving about 4.
Yeah.
Got a restaurant booked for 5:30.
It's all the main traffic and leaving that time, don't you? You know?
Yeah, we will. We're at Newport and at fucking Cardiff as well. So
yeah.
Well, I'll probably give myself just over an hour to get there, I suppose.
Yeah. It might be easier for you to go over, cut across and down the A470, you know?
Yeah, I come back that way sometimes. Rather than going up to Newport, especially when they got roadworks on the motorway.
There's always traffic around the tunnels, you know, always.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I know the back ways into Cardiff, and I go in down Newport Road and Knox Road to get to the bay, go down past the prison to get down there. So I should avoid most of the traffic.
It took me an hour the other day to get down past the steelworks, you know.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, man, it's terrible. It was a crash, and it was traffic from arsehole to breakfast. It was everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Morning, Genghis. Yeah, when we went fishing the other week, it took us, because of the edge of the valley.
Yeah.
They're so behind on the roadworks.
It's terrible.
Yeah, from Merthyr all the way down to virtually Resolving. There's roadworks now, and it's all 40 miles an hour.
I know. I go up there pretty often. My family still lives up in Merthyr, look, so
yeah,
I go up there pretty often. But you're looking at, I reckon, about 7 years before our road is done.
Yeah.
Look how long it took the other end. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Abergavenny way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just up over the mountain from Abergavenny.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a road there in the bottom of the Black Rock there, and to go up over the top, into where you are.
Genghis, I just spanned a few people up that commented on videos. People that I chat to in chats, and like I say, if anyone doesn't want a spanner, they all they have to do is say, and I'll take it back. I don't want to force spanners on people. Yeah, I haven't had a lot from Andrew, to be honest. You commented earlier.
Yeah.
Tuesday to see if he wanted to fish down Swansea, or even if him and Land Rover wanted to come. I know Land Rover doesn't like to be on camera, and I want to film. You know, I respect that.
Last time I spoke to him, I was on the live. He's asking to go and play snooker. Him and Land Rover join some snooker club in Swansea. You know.
Yeah.
So Land Rover was going to pick me up, but I'm pretty busy at the moment. But I will get down to him.
Yeah.
But I'll drive down myself. So and I'm not one to drink in a week. I like a drink on the weekend, but
yeah,
I'm not fussy in a week.
Yeah. Yeah, me and my brother ended up going to Barry because Andrew didn't get back to me. We ended up going more local, but the fishing was poor up this way.
Yeah.
I think it's sort of quieting down everywhere.
We used to share a boat in Penarth Marina, you know. We used to go often from there, and it was always good fishing, you know. It was plenty of cod about them days, you know. Plenty of cod about, but
yeah,
if you were far between now, I think.
Yeah, Griffith said Andrew was on live last night on Midlands, and he was good. So good.
He hasn't done a live for a while. I'm waiting for him to do a live himself, like.
Yeah. I've missed a couple of Andrew's lives. They've only been short ones. But I've missed him because he's done late ones, and the last week or so, you know, I do the odd late live, but the last week or so, I've been getting early nights and just staying away from the nighttime YouTube.
Well, I was in the chat in Cesspit last night just to see what's going on, but Jesus Christ, can't believe half of it, man.
Yeah. It's
vile, It's vile.
Yeah, the more they talk about the N word and wrong uns and that, it just makes me want to turn off more.
Yeah.
But when everyone's shouting over each other and you can't read the chat and like.
What I don't like is it seems to be double standards with Film Boy. He was slating him for having to go with his missus and his kid, which is perfectly fine. But then Dogman come on, he slated that girl on the panel, something he was vile to her, but you know, it's double standards, like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good gripper. Long ones are cool and all that, but you know, the shorter ones you get better content and less aggro, I suppose.
Did I hear right last night? Did I hear right last night on Film Boys Live that they found BBA's niece?
I didn't hear it on Cesspit, but I did see a post this morning from somebody, maybe YouTube Asylum.
All right, yeah.
Or someone saying that she'd been found.
That's good news. Good news.
Yeah.
You think the worst, and they went straight away when a young girl goes missing, like, you know.
Yeah. Cheers for popping in, Genghis. Later, fella. Yeah, I think all the crazy crew disappeared out the chat because it was 28 and it's now 21, so they must have come in as a posse. I've had a couple of people, Americans, come on before, and because of my avatar and everything, and like my thumbnails and stuff, I get religious people coming in.
Oh, Jesus.
To have a go. But it's just, you know, like I said earlier, my videos are completely different to my lives. It's a completely different side of me, the same as the other channels, a completely different side of me. It's
yeah.
You know, the videos are where I'm being a bit fucking crude and foul mouthed, and I know I do swear on here, but you know, I do, especially on other people's streams, I try and keep my swearing down to a minimum.
Yeah.
which is hard because I'm just foul mouthed. It's the way I am. So it's just just the way I've been all my life. I suppose it's sometimes it slips out, and I really used to try and hold it in front of my mother and other older relatives, but every now and again, a fuck it would slip out or something, and God, my nan would be, looking at me and. All right, Shuffling wasn't on the gin and Viagra. And his pump thing he's got.
Do you ever fish down Kevin Sea then?
No, I haven't done. I've fished down Amroth Way and Tenby Way down there on that day. But I've never been to Kevin Sidden Beach now. I've fished further up the coast at Aberystwyth and Newquay and places, and further up at Barmouth as well. But no, I've never been to Kevin Sidden Beach. I'm more of a, because I'm used to the seawall, I'm more of a rock fisherman.
Yeah.
Seawall rather than big open beach.
Well, down Newport's got some good fishing spots, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially for the winter, and because you're restricted, is
Membles Pier still closed?
No, it's open.
It's pretty good on the. It's pretty good on the end of the pier. Sometimes, I had some beautiful fish up there.
Yeah, there's loads of trigger fish at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Red mullet being caught. People are targeting the fish right under the pier with lures and everything. American style, if you like, and catching loads of triggers and stuff.
Triggers! You can pick up triggers all the time.
Yeah.
But I was up in Abereiron a couple of weeks ago, and the river coming into the harbour there.
Yeah,
it's the biggest mullet in there I've ever seen in my life. They were massive, honest to God.
Yeah,
huge things.
Yeah, we had a holiday up there a few years ago. A mate of mine had a caravan up at Aberystwyth, so we had a few holidays up that way.
Yeah,
I like it up there.
It's good fishing around Munt and all,
Yeah, I was talking to Flavors the other day because he said his family were thinking about buying a caravan down in South Wales.
All right, yeah.
Thinking, you're better off going a bit west or sort of mid Wales.
Yeah.
Down here, Barry and Porthcurry's not so busy, but Barry and Porthcawl, they want you to. They charge that much ground rent. They're sort of forcing you around to rent it out.
It's ridiculous, man. It's crazy, the ground rent.
Yeah.
You're paying if you go into around Newquay and Ceredigion especially, you're averaging about $4,500 now.
Yeah.
And some of the main parks, like you're charging $5,000. And if you go to Lidstep and because they got their own private beach, it's $10,000 a year.
God bloody hell!
If you're in the cove there,
Yeah. My brother-in-law priced one down at Porthcawl, and it was I think this is a couple of years ago, and it was $5,600 for the year, and that wasn't a special plot or anything. It was just a normal run of the mill. But they're trying to force you around to put it into their control, aren't they? And fucking. So you have to rent it out. Well,
I had a static on. I don't know if you heard of Pencanook.
No, I haven't. No.
Just down near Newquay. I had a static on there for 10 years, and I really enjoyed it. But my missus got fed up because she was coming home from work. We go down there on a Friday. She was taking ironing down like she didn't have a break, really. So it's all right if you're retired. Don't get me wrong. You can just go down, chillax. So all you got to do is open the door and everything's there.
Yeah.
My
mate had one at Aberystwyth. It was like $2,000 a year because it was a small little place.
Yeah.
But they built a complex of 3 or 4 carp lakes opposite.
Yeah.
Not the park, someone else. And as soon as they they put their ground rents up by like 700 quid. So he knocked it on the head up there, sold his van and knocked it on the head. But it's probably, like you said, near on $4,000 now up there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big step if you're buying one, I tell you. It's like having a second home.
Yeah.
It's not only your ground rent, you got to insure it, you got to have gas service in the boiler, you got, all sorts of shit, like,
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Yeah, but I said to Flavors, they'd be better off Mid Wales because it's cheaper and less commercialised.
But further inland you go, off the coastline, it's going to be a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, a good gripper there. I'm about, if it's clear, I'm like 45, 50 minutes from Barry Gripper. Not far at all.
Gripper, we call it Barry Baydos down here, not Barry Island.
Yeah, it is Barry Baydos. It's I was down there the other day, and the accents down there were from all over the country. There's a lot of people from up north, and
the postcard's good when the Elvis convention's on. That's a cracking weekend down there, then.
Yeah,
I think they said it's the biggest in Europe. I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's huge. But like yourself, Barry was run down for many years. It was a fear of the fair.
Butlin's been down there.
Yeah. But now the beaches are clean, and it's the whole promenade has been done. It's all clean. The fair's all new. It's it's buzzing down there. To be fair, it's really buzzing. Like
it is. Yeah. Because I'm further west, I tend to go, more Pembrokeshire and Cardigan and Ceredigion, up to Aberystwyth or Aberaeron, Newquay. Yeah, we got opportunity for the caravan or to go up to Mid Wales, but we haven't taken it up yet. But the offer's there if we want it. Someone's got a caravan up there. Yeah. But I bought, when I saw my static, I bought a motorhome last year. So what I tend to do now, I tend to look for sites that's got carp fishing, because I love my carp fishing, So that's what I look for. Or trout or anything like that, or if it's a river by, I don't mind a bit of fly fishing or whatever. Any sort of fishing, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I will do, Pippa, next time it's on. I'm not sure when it's on, but next time it's on, I'll go down for the day and do a little bit of filming and a live or something.
Yeah, it's a fantastic weekend. You want to get down there, Pippa?
Yeah, they have the world's best Elvis impersonators, and
it's massive.
It's not all out. The music isn't all Elvis either. It's there's lots and lots going on. The Rusty Trains, I think a lot of them are gone now. Gripper, they're built all along the old harbour now. There's fucking apartments and houses everywhere along it now. It's nice, mind. It's nice down there, but they're sort of halfway through doing it. Big up the Welsh, Tim Smith. Yeah, we saw two of the trains being moved the other day as it goes on our way to fishing. So it was like 5 in the afternoon. They were moving two of the old Central Line carriages.
Aberthour's not a bad place to fish, see?
Yeah, it's not bad. I fished it once or twice.
You get the warm water coming in from the works, and you tend to get a lot of spawning fish here,
Yeah, I fished it twice, and I had sort of off the cuff and didn't know where to fish, so we lost loads of gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, Method, that's something else. I'm.
It's beautiful, Llangollen Canal.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. I was up in North Wales not so long back, around Lake Bala, fantastic, beautiful place.
Yeah.
And cracking.
Yeah. Furthest north I've been is, like I said, is Barmouth. But that, even though it's a bit run down and that was a nice place, but we were there for a fishing trip in the middle of winter, so it was dead quiet. And
Well, I wasn't very fussed on Llandudno, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought it was a bit... you see, there's a lot of northern people get down there to holiday, you know, but I wasn't fussed on it myself, you know.
yeah,
We were in this hotel, you just got in there, and the room was tiny, and you couldn't open the window, and it
Yeah.
was fucking boiling hot, stifling, you couldn't breathe in there.
yeah,
Asked them for a fan, no, you can't, they're all gone, they've all been allocated out, so we said, oh, we're off. So we pissed off the same day,
yeah,
had our money back.
yeah. That's no good, is it?
Yeah, fucking them, man.
Morning, MSA. How are you diddling this morning? Yeah, I got to say, I do like my travelling around, and
Yeah.
no, I've never been to Abu Dhabi, Gripper. But someone said about the aqueduct on the Llangollen Canal, and I watched a video the other week about it's just a YouTuber that lives on a barge, and he was doing that, the Llangollen Canal, and stunning. He stopped on the aqueduct, and
Yeah, it's a long way down.
yeah, stunning.
You can walk across as well, see?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's people walking on the video.
Yeah.
So
Was up there the other
I'm not
day?
the best, yeah, I'm not the best of heights, but
No. She asked me to walk across. I said, no chance. No chance. I'm terrible with heights. Terrible.
yeah,
Yeah, it's beautiful up there, I gotta be honest. Lake Bala is beautiful on Lake Bala.
is that a G-Miss?
A lot, I would imagine, method.
If OG Miss Emma's in, I haven't seen the comment. Pip assessment, big up the sheep. Yeah, still 18 people in, which is good for me. Well, hour and 40 in. Yeah, I've been because it's been hot and that. Like I said, most of my lives have been sort of late at night and outside because it's been the best time to take the dogs out and that.
Yeah, yeah. I was on one the other day. He was in the car park somewhere, was he?
Yeah, in a museum car park.
Yeah.
I'll go up there because the lighting's good. You know, there's street lighting on all night, and
Yeah.
you know, I can park the car, just walk 20 yards or 10 yards or whatever, and I can just leave the dogs to it. I know there's no sheep or
What dogs are they?
just two lurchers. There's one of them
Oh,
over
right.
there.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Yeah,
Collie
but-
Greyhound or?
yeah, she's a quarter greyhound.
Yeah.
Her mother was a collie whippet, first cross, a border collie whippet. And her father was a bull crosser greyhound, first cross. So
Oh, all right, yeah.
she's a mix of four. And I've got her son here somewhere, and he's sort of half her and half pure whippet.
Nice.
I did have a pure whippet
Yeah.
till well, he went a little while ago now. Yeah, she's an old goat, this one over here. She's 14. She's slowing right down, but still gets out twice a day. And like I said, when I take them out when it's hot and I take them out at night, they run around for 5 minutes, have a drink, and then just lie down in front of me. So a couple of times I've turned the camera and just had it on the dogs lying in the grass.
Oh, not like mine. And he don't fucking stop. He's on the go 24/7.
Yeah, I was chasing the other one around the car park the other night. I had muted myself, and because he'd smelt an hedgehog, and I'd call him, and they usually come straight back, but he wouldn't come back. He was off around the car park. I had to go and get him. I didn't want him finding an hedgehog. Not that they do anything to hedgehogs. It's just I don't want them like.
Oh, my old Labrador used to chew him up. He'd be bleeding. All his mouth be bleeding. He's a bastard. He was.
Yeah, my terrier was the same. He was awful. Trying to find hedgehogs. Terrible he was. These these two, like I said, they won't bite them or anything, but I don't want them sort of around them and getting fleas, even though I frontline them and got posh flea as well.
Well, it's a funny thing, I went to get frontline for mine now, and he said, "Oh, everybody's changing the tablets now." I said, "Well, give me the tablets then," because when he's usually got a lot of air in because he's a spaniel, and trying to get it through the air onto the skin is a bit of a pot. You're trying to get it all over your fucking fingers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so these tablets were like scent flavored and whatever. He munched them up good straight away, no bother at all.
Yeah, I frontline mine, and then every couple of times I do it, I'll change the brand. So I'll just go to the vet and say, "Can I have a treatment for the dogs?" And get it from the vet, and then the next time I'll just get my usual frontline. So just to mix it up a bit,
Yeah, you can get it cheaper online, and you can have robbing bastards. The vets are terrible.
Oh, I know. They sell it at our local chemist, and I'll wait for one of them to be on offer. And if it's a small dog one, I'll buy a couple of packets when it's on offer. So
I took him not so long back to the vet. He had a ear infection, so I took him in. He said, "Right, give me the drops." I put him drops in him, and about 3 times the drops. You're talking about 50 quid a time, something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll have to have him in and put him out. So that's what we done. But lucky I got insurance on him. So bloody hell. And I asked him for repeats. He said, "No, the vet needs to see him before you're gonna repeat." And what do? They charge you then for looking at him again, Oh, you fucking robbing bastards, yeah.
Yeah, the vets are terrible. Mine are insured, but I haven't had to use the insurance, thankfully. Morning, G-Vex. But even the price of the fucking insurance now is getting ridiculous. That's going up and up and up.
I had to feed him tin food, You won't eat dried food. So I used to buy, I think it was Win-A-Lot or something like that, or one of those things. And it was 24 cans for £16 something. I went this morning, £21 has gone up to.
I know.
Man.
Mine have dry complete down all the time, but I do feed them tins as well once a day. Just one normal small tin a day each. And I've noticed the butcher's tripe's gone from 17 or 16 up to over 20 quid. And Asda's own brand is up around sort of 17, 18 quid now for 12 or 24, sorry.
It's crazy. Yeah. Everything's crazy prices, man. Everything.
Yeah, I was having this discussion with someone a couple of weeks ago that, every time you go to the supermarket, you can physically see the prices going up on everything.
Yeah.
So, obviously some things that are in season, the price is coming down a bit to balance it out. But, my usual weekly shop has gone up by something like 15, 20 quid.
Yeah. Like per week. With the allotment, we're lucky. We get our potatoes, our green beans, our broad beans, and carrots, all the veg, not to fit my allotment, So we're lucky in that respect. But you got to put the work in to get it, the rewards. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, Juvix, I'm the same. My Whippet's gone this year. He was very old. He was like 16, and he had a stroke, and that was. I wasn't messing around at the vet. There's no point. My bitch over here, she's really slowing down now. So, I'm under no illusions.
It's pointless. They've had a good life, and why prolong? Because you don't know how they're suffering. It's just. I don't agree with keeping them going. And I was in the vet and getting stuff for him, and there's a woman there with a little poodle, and not kidding. It must have been old as fuck and his stomach was on the floor. He could hardly move, I thought, why are you doing it to him? Why are you doing it? Just keeping him going like that,
Morning, Blackburns. Yeah, I learnt my lesson with a terrier I had and a lurcher who both developed a form of diabetes around the same time. And I went to the vet and I was like, I'll have the treatments and this and that. And both of them lasted like 2 or 3 weeks on the treatments, which were ridiculously expensive. and all it did was prolong their life for 2 or 3 weeks, and that
Yeah.
they weren't enjoyable because I was having to inject them. They weren't able to fucking move or go out properly. So I learned my lesson to know when enough is enough. Like, you know,
it's hard to part with them, but you know, if you've got any love for them, you got to do it. You know what I mean? It's cruel to keep them going. It's cruel to keep them going.
Yeah, my whippet. I knew from the minute he had his. I knew it was a stroke and whatever, and straight away it's. So I knew what had to be done when I went to the vet. You know.
Yeah. Big up Blackburn's World. Yeah, but the thing is, vet is so fucking dear, and they will keep it going, like, because it's more money for them, like, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, I had one of my dogs at the vet for like a recurring shoulder injury. It's just an old muscle injury that just pulls now and again, and I had him over there, and they prescribed the dog tramadol.
Yeah.
Which would cost me like 17 quid for like 8 or something. And I got home and I read the inner leaflet, and they were exactly the same as the fucking tramadol that my missus was prescribed that she wasn't taking. Yeah. Exactly the same. Exactly. Yeah. So I thought, why am I paying the vet? You know.
Yeah.
But that, you know, she had like a week on the tablets and she was fine again.
Oh, I hate to see the dogs. I hate to see animals suffering. I hate that.
Tramadol, yeah. It's funny when you give your dog, when they prescribe your dog tramadol, because, you know, lurchers are notoriously lazy anyway, and greyhounds and whippets. Yeah, they go crazy when you take them out, but they're notoriously lazy animals. And then when you give them a tramadol, trying to get them to go out for a pee is virtually impossible.
Yeah.
Trying to get them up out their bed or whatever.
Yeah, there's my boy over there. I don't know if you can see him.
Yeah, I can see him, yeah. A cocker, is it?
Springer.
That's Springer.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dogs are spoilt. They got their own 2-seater settee and everything.
Yeah, that's what he's on. Yeah, when I had an old Labrador before him, and he was 17 when he died. He died in his sleep, thank God. And I swore I'd never have another dog, you know. But
yeah, I'm as mine are going. I've said I'm not going to get another dog, and you know, if I have a pet, I'm thinking about a cat because they're easier to keep. But
but I think you know, you're tied with him. Putting him in the kennels when we go away, it's murder, because he looks at you, you know, and thinking, what are you doing to me? Like, you know, I don't know, Jesus Christ.
Gripper won the quiz, Shane. Gripper won the quiz. Morning, James. Nice of you to stop in. Hope you're well this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. Early morning, I think. Falling behind on the chat again. Yeah, I don't know if Gripper's doing a quiz today. If he is, if there's a mod in, put the link up. Cheers, Tim, for putting people's links in. Like I said, any mods in, put anyone's link in. I've got no problems with links being put in. So sharing is caring and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm getting behind the chat, flying again. There's a few people in, so just fly through, reading the chat.
Yeah, go through it,
Yeah, caught up now. Quiz next Tuesday or Wednesday for Gripper. Yeah, people's quizzes are going well. Vincent Vega's quiz was funny the other morning. That was I think I woke up about 4 o'clock or something because I'd gone to bed early, and Vincent Vega had just started a live, and it was funny. It was quite funny, especially with the countdown clock. That was I don't know about that, Pippa. 5:25 a.m. in Virginia, where James is. I love watching. I watch a lot of US fishing YouTubers, and the East Coast beaches look absolutely stunning. I've got to be fair, but somewhere I've never been. I don't know if I'd want to go to any of the big cities, but the US is somewhere I wouldn't mind going. I have a mate that did. He's done a couple of road trips now. Proper ones. Fucking. He hired a Mustang last time. I think he flew into LA, I think, or Seattle. No, LA, and then made his way over like 3 weeks through California, onto Vegas, and all the way across to Texas, and ended up in Florida. So he really went. He really went for it. Like, he's done it. He said the first one was a once in a lifetime, but he enjoyed it that much. He had to go back and do a proper road trip. So,
Hwyl fawr, Tim Smith. Hwyl fawr.
In a bit, Tim.
Yeah. Only one place I've been. We had a flight to Miami. We were catching a ship in Miami to go on a Caribbean cruise.
Oh, nice.
But we spent a few days before in Fort Lauderdale. It was tidy, expensive, but tidy. It's not cheap. One cheap around that area.
Yeah. Gripper, you go for it. You post your link. You post whoever's link you want. I've got no problem with anybody's links in the chat. Tyrone's link. Someone will check Tyrone's up.
I'm just gonna jump off now. I got a building on my. He's put a new roof on my little porch, so I got to pay him up and make him see. All the best, everyone in the chat. All the best, MOM. Bye. See you again.
Cheers for coming on.
Cheers. Ta-da.
See you soon. Ta-da. Nice having Tyrone on. I caught up with the chat again now. Yeah, nice having Tyrone on. I like speaking to Tyrone on panels. He's a well knowledgeable guy, and he's easy to talk to. So yeah, but not bad. I mean, 2 hours in, which is the one lives I usually do in the house are like half hour. But the more I'm getting used to it, the more I'm doing. I'm surprised I haven't been disturbed yet. One of the daughters usually comes in the morning with her granddaughter, so. Human compost in the garden, sweet. Hurry up and get that donkey, Steve. That's some proper compost in. You'll have to carry a bucket around you like the old Drayman as well. Save it all up. Oh, it's Tim with the portable toilets. Not Steve. My bad. But anyway, Steve, you get yourself a donkey. You got yourself a portable compost machine for your garden. Yeah, I made the mistake of in my allotment of spreading some chicken manure and sawdust on a bed once, and fucking digging it in, and it burned everything, and that was the end of that. It's a good job. It was just a small bed of onions. I learnt my lesson there. In the compost bin with it. Yeah. Any mods want to drop any links at all in the chat? Feel free. Sharing is caring. I'm not one for promoting myself or anything like that, and I appreciate it when people drop my link in chats. And I don't know how it is sometimes. Them extra 1 or 2 subs make a difference. So drop people's chat links in the chat, no problem at all. It's all good. Big channels, small channels, new channels, old channels. There's Ice Chain link there. If anyone wants to sub to Ice Chain. Yeah, like I said, James, I watch a few fishing videos, and a lot of them are sort of travel orientated as well. So you get to see parts of the city and stuff. There's a couple of guys that, you know, specialize in doing trips like that, and the Virginia coast looks fucking stunning. Fair play. The beaches and the Carolinas, well, look fucking awesome, to be fair. Yeah, not doing bad. Chugging along. See myself on camera. I haven't had a shave for a couple of days. You can see my greys. Yeah, I'm glad I've only got my camera on. I think it's on 720 because my 1080p camera shows up all my scars. I think you can see that one there. Yeah, Tim, I've been tempted to, because this house, I mean, it's an HMO, and of course, my job was attached to it. And I'm going to be inheriting this place, and it's fucking way too big for me and my missus. So I was thinking about getting a small place and getting myself a little fucking barge somewhere. Doing some continuous cruising as and when, you know. Morning, Phil. How's it going? Big up to everyone who's been in and out of the chat, even the porn bombers and religious freaks that weren't speaking and weren't going to get away with it. As you can see, I've got my banner ready to go at all moments. It's not the best banner. That's going to attract fucking loonies itself, isn't it? But that's the way it is. It's more attached to my videos and my lives, I suppose. Get over there, Gripper. Get and see some East Coast culture in the US. I always fancied the East Coast over the West Coast, I've got to be honest. I think the people on the East Coast are more in tune with what Brits are about and the British sense of humour. I think British people generally probably get on more with people on the East Coast, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's some of the videos I've watched, James, it's absolutely stunning. You know, you can just get lost in the culture. People say that US hasn't got any history or culture, but you know, some of the architecture and, like I said, the beaches, some of the architecture on the East Coast of the US is phenomenal. You know, it's really, really photogenic. Everyone respects Tim. Big up, Tim. YouTube's #1 mod. Yeah, some of the buildings, Grip, some of them old buildings are stunning. And then you see, I've seen some videos where people go in and Like they buy a dilapidated house and go in and renovate. And some of them old houses, it's crazy the things they find behind the old plaster and under the floorboards and in the cellars. It's absolutely nuts. Yeah, the East Coast of the US has definitely got more of an affinity, I'll say the East Coast, but the East Coast into the Midwest is, they more than the West Coast. Not taken away from the West Coast, but East Coasters get British people more, I think. Big up, James. I think there is a little one going on, actually. The real Apollo, the voice of the con man, because I've been porn bombed by a couple of Americans, and I had an American on called Tyler, and he came on and was trying to, I think it was an act. I twigged him straight away. He was trying to convert me to religion, and it was hilarious. And then I told him a few channels that I watched, The Honest Truth, and Holden Official, and he jumped over onto The Honest Truth and tried fucking ribbing him, but it didn't really work. And then he went on Holden Official and said, Outdoor Things sent me, and then just went into one, and Ronan was onto him, and he knew what he was about straight away, and he was hilarious. But I haven't seen him since. But I've been porn bombed twice by Americans, twice, and both times they didn't care. They came on, showed their face on camera, came on, was speaking for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then porn bombed me. So, they're people that come on showing their face and do it, they just don't care because they know there's going to be no repercussions for them. So, just one of them things, I suppose. Yeah, just better teeth. Better teeth. Yeah, mine ain't bad. I've only lost a couple. Yeah, that's like I said. That's what I've been was thinking of doing, was buying a small barge and wood burner. Looks like we got James. Well, James, is that you? How's it going?
Pretty good, Ministry, my friend. Always good to talk to you. And I want to say good morning to everybody in chat. The reason I didn't show my face is because, believe it or not, I just woke up about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's early where you are. That's all right.
I look a mess.
Yeah, since I got the permanent banner, I don't ask people to show their face. I'll put the banner up, and like I knew that was you then, as soon as you spoke. So,
Yeah.
Obviously I am at risk of being bombed at some point, but people that haven't been on the panel or people I haven't chatted to before, I'm really cautious of. So,
Yeah, I understand. You did a good thing by putting up. Y'all call it a banner. Over here we call it an overlay.
Yeah, it's called an overlay on here. It's just me calling it a banner. It's because it's in my thingy. Yeah, it is an overlay. It is a permanent overlay.
That's all right, my friend. I just wanted to say, I wanted to say good morning to you in the chat once again, because you can't say good morning and I love you enough to me. But I think the reason the East Coast has like a connection to England is because if you think about it, this is where the settlers first landed.
Yeah.
Some of the colonies actually came here to Virginia because they came here to Jamestown, to be specific, and I'm only about 45 minutes from Jamestown. So I
Yeah.
think that's one of the reasons we have a connection to Britain. We can understand you blokes so well because
Yeah.
this, the East Coast is where the settlers first landed.
Yeah. It's it's definitely more of an affinity with the East Coast. We get each other's humour more, and
You got me.
Right.
It's me,
Yeah.
Ministry.
yeah.
Good stuff. Good morning, Ministry. Thanks for having us on, mate.
That's all right. That's no worries.
And
Oh,
good,
it's Clipper.
good morning, my brother from across the water.
Good morning, my brother from another mother. Always good to see you, my friend.
Morning, Fly.
I have to come on now, didn't I? If James comes on, I have to come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I'm too, when he comes on, I'm too tempted to come on. I'm sorry, I have to come on, mate.
Yeah.
Well-
I saw James on a panel like I think maybe a month ago or something, and
Yeah.
I just thought he's a good guy and he's up for the crack.
Yeah.
He's up for a giggle, and I heard him speaking, and he's always polite and everything, and it's good to speak to James, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a nice chat. When I first got to, I thought, oh, what a lovely chap to talk to, and he's knowledgeable, and also,
Yeah.
but Ministry. But one thing, matey, he's got a. If you mess with him, he can bloody bite back. I've seen it.
Well, I thank you for all y'all warm words, and I'm blushing now, but you probably can't see it because I'm black. I couldn't even see it.
Well, what time is it there? I do believe it's pretty early there, James. So I don't blame you, mate. You know what I'm saying?
That is correct. It is 5:46 a.m.
Wow.
So my day is just getting started, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gripper, I was actually telling somebody, I got a buddy who lives in Brooklyn, New York, and I was telling him about, actually, you know what? I was telling about all of the cool people I met over here in Britain. And I was telling him, yeah, you got some crazies over here too. But I was talking about how most of the people are cool. And it's funny because the British seem to know more about American history than America does. And I was telling them how you pronounce Potomac, the Potomac River. That's the river that separates Virginia from Washington, D.C. and Maryland. But I was telling how you pronounce it, he got a kick out of it.
Really? Oh my God! Yeah. The Potomac. What did I say? The Potomac River, innit? That's what, innit? Yeah.
You said the Potomac. But it's all good, my friend. It's all good, my friend.
What?
Yeah, I watch quite a lot of not so much lately, but I watch a lot of history documentaries, and of course a lot of American history documentaries as well. So I do like my history, all stages of history. So
yeah,
I
Well,
find
well, yesterday, you see, I've been talking to James, and I thought yesterday afternoon there was nothing on. Nobody was live. There was nothing going off. I thought, right. I went on these Richmond, Virginia videos on YouTube, and I thought, wow, what a lovely city, and how pretty it is, and like with the river, the James River, and what you see is the museums they've got there over the American Civil War and things like that. Do you know what I mean? It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's funny, Gripper. It's funny you say that because I always tell people my name is James, and I'm the same as the river, but I'm not polluted. So, and that's because the James River is like near the wastewater treatment plant, but I won't go there. But it's the funniest thing, Gripper, because Richmond used to be known as the capital of the Confederacy. So you'll find a lot of things about the Civil War here. And I also visited the St. John's Church. That's down there on East Broad Street.
Morning, mate.
Ah, BBA.
Oh, that's BBA.
going
Yay!
Hey, we got a special guest
Hey.
this morning.
Great to see you, BBA.
Yeah, great to see
No,
you.
thanks. Fucking
Hey, BB.
anyone think the fucking the Queen's just walked in or
Yeah,
something?
yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
hell.
Of course, David, it's not-
It's only
No, you-
boring old BBA, man. Nothing exciting
you
going on
wrote
here.
it now.
Hey, come on. Well, I'll say it first, BBA. Fantastic news that she was found yesterday.
Yes.
Full,
Yeah.
full
Yeah,
respect, matey,
yeah.
for what you did yesterday and all that. And yeah, you do know what I mean. And it was great to hear all that.
Yeah,
really.
to anyone in there, I'll have to do the rounds on YouTube, but to anyone that shared it, went into another chat, honestly, I really do appreciate everyone that tried to help. It does turn out that it was what looks like typical teenage behavior with a little bit more of a backstory behind it. Looks like she was kind of coerced by a couple of lads into running away, and kind of trying to convince her that the world is brighter on the other side, shall we say. So yeah, it all kicked off yesterday. Police actually brought the lad that she ran away with to the house, which was
dear.
absolutely dumb. So it all kicked off. I nearly spat the little shit out. And yes, he is only 16. And no, I don't give a fuck. I would have probably fucking uppercutted him yesterday, to be quite
I would
honest.
have done the same. I can't say
16-year-old
I wouldn't
nothing
have
want to
done
run
that.
away like a man and stand there and say the things he was saying. You got to be big enough to fuck him. But like I say, enough police pulled me off him anyway, and it was just madness, mate. And yeah, I'd say thanks anyway, because we all thought it was the worst case.
Well, the
But
longer it was going on,
clearly it wasn't
more
good.
people getting worried. The longer it was going on, people was like saying more. You think, "Come on, there must be something." And when you said yesterday morning on your live, you've heard absolutely nothing. You think it was building up. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you saw the little shit who actually bloody coaxed her into all this, then, yeah?
Bro, the police brought him here when they returned her. Mate, wait till the video I put up. I've asked the family, and they don't care about it being put up. Yeah, you're gonna see fucking 9-10 scumbag coppers, mate. 9-10 scumbag coppers enticing the whole situation, and a certain fucking PC Leggett, old fucking smarmy nose, as I call him. Yeah, he literally was just enticing the whole thing, mate, and making things worse. He couldn't help himself. Like even to the point where he stood there, he's like, "Do you want us to take Megan back to where we found her?" And I was like, "Are you fucking mad?" I was like, "Why are you bringing him here?" Yeah, I swear to God, mate, they were disgusting last night. Absolutely disgusting. The police were. They just thought it was one big fucking joke.
I thought they was really rude with you yesterday at Radford Road Police Station in the morning on your live. That guy, when you was just looking around, he was right, and I thought they were really rude with you.
Oh yeah, they were, mate. Well, I put in the videos out today. Nottingham police, mate, have got a lot of fucking complaints going in against them in the next couple of days. Put it that way.
Yeah,
for sure.
It sounds as if they've got a lot to answer for. That's got to be against protocol
They have,
for
mate.
sure.
They really have.
They're just looking to arrest someone else there, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
But you know what it is? No one knows even why he decided to run away. There was no arguments at home. There was never even any sign that she's just met some lad, very young, impressionable 16-year-old girl has met some lad. The lad's promised her the world, and she's just rolled with it. And because he chooses to run away from home all the time, and the police have got him down as a runaway, she thought it would be cool to do the same thing. So she's packing a bag today. She ain't staying here. She comes to stay with me for a week. She come and realise that the fucking grass ain't greener on the... Yeah, I'm just saying that I've told her that she can come stay with me for a week. I'm going to take her back with me today. And,
oh, nice one.
Yeah,
nice
make her fucking drill a bit of sense into her and get her to realise that...
Change the scenery as well.
Brilliant.
You know what it is, Gripper? I was that kid, I was almost
Yeah.
that kid. I got in a lot of shit at her age. And
Yeah.
listen, come sit with me for a week and I'll take you through all my stories and I'll fucking, do you know what I mean? And hopefully that will be enough where after a week, maybe she might just go back with a little bit of a different mentality, I hope. Maybe not, she's only 16, but you can only hope, do you know what I mean?
I was the same between 14 and 20. I was a tearaway, you know.
Thanks, Tyrone.
Yeah, I mean, you're naive and you're impressionable at that age, and like if you're really naive and get involved with somebody who's going to do that, that's just what happens, isn't it? I mean, I know, I know what it's like, and do you know what I mean? And it's fucking hell, thank goodness it's all ended like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'd just like to say, first of all, that the St. John's Church is what Patrick Henry said, give me liberty or give me death. Secondly, Phil, I don't know who Bob Smith is. So I'm not sure if we have a restaurant named Bob Smith, but I know that we have a lot of Bob Smiths around here in Richmond. And third of all, BBA, I'm glad things turned out the way they did, and that's a good thing that you're doing, taking her under your wing for a week and telling her your story. So that might just change her mind. And sadly, I'm not surprised that the police acted the way they did because most police are anuses.
Yeah.
I think he's lost his connection.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can understand that because I don't know if anybody saw his live yesterday who's here, but they were being right shitty with him outside, and he was only fucking trying to find out any news of what's going to happen. And all they were bothered about because he had a bloody camera outside the police station, and it really pissed me off. You know what you're doing here and all that. Fucking hell! And the guy, he was there trying to fucking help find his niece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
say wouldn't surprise. Yeah, they've taken the kid past there to drop the girl off, but they shouldn't have had the boy there.
Yeah, that was wrong. Totally.
Well, that's just being antagonistic, and it wouldn't surprise me if one of them got a shout off their mate. Or there's going to be someone there with a camera, and if BBA had already been to the police station, they would have known that there's going to be someone there with a camera, and they're going to be arseholes about it. So
I've been on this YouTube, but these last few years, and since I fucking heard something, some of the things astound me. I heard something last night on Midlands that I can't say anything yet because it's Midlands. It's to do with what Midlands was telling us, but something was said last night of what in Midlands Live, and that fucking blew me away. You know what I mean? And now fucking wow, it's just astonishing, But there's a guy called Nobody Poor. He's from Nottingham, and he's always fucking bringing out what Nottingham police are like and things like that. And now it's coming to fruition now what BBA's also faced yesterday when he was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, to me, this is what astounds me, right, Ministry, right? This girl, right, 16, but whatever age a person is missing, surely to God, it's fucking vital. But they're more bothered about fucking someone filming a bloody police station outside or whatever, or with a camera in the hand. That's what pisses me off,
Yeah, Gripper, I agree exactly what you said, Gripper, because I was sitting here thinking about that day BBA was on the tram, and he got off and walked up to the police station, and they had an attitude because he was filming outside the gate. And at one point, he told the guy his niece was missing and she was 16, and that stupid copper was like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "What the hell? You should have been like, what? She's 16. Let me make sure. Let me check into it for you." But it was like no concern, and it seemed more. Yeah, and it seemed like they were more upset that he was filming the gate than they were about his missing niece. Just a crying shame, if you ask me. So I'm right there with you, brother.
No, it just pisses me off, Phil Graham, because the things I've heard on here and some of the people, what they have to go through, it just absolutely fucking blows me, Phil. Do you know what I mean? That's what it,
Yes. The thing is, at 16, the coppers are class them as a young adult, don't they? So
No,
but there's
that's-
different levels of maturity. It's just crazy that you
it's
know.
okay though.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It's not okay though, is it? It's
No, I'm trying to fill in chat. It's okay. He's replying to me.
Oh right, yeah.
It's no, it's not. You know, listen, I'm sorry. In my opinion, between the ages of 14, when a teenager, any teenager, you're a vulnerable person. And I think no
Yeah.
matter what, do you know what I mean? You're very impressionable at that age. You don't grow up till you get into your 20s. You get a bit more
Nah.
street in your 20s. But any teenager, you're vulnerable. I'm sorry. Do you know what I mean? You don't grow up at 17, 18, 16, whatever.
No.
You know. And if you've got somebody who's you know, you get these people like less naive, me more naive, and so on. And if you've got somebody saying, "Oh, let's run away together," or someone's in, he's got a bad home life and he's taken her away, you know, there's all that, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Astonishing.
go on, James.
I was just gonna say, Phil Graham. Bob Smith seems like an exciting fella. I'd want to meet him. I don't know if I'd want to shake his hand though. But the second thing, this,
Phil Graham.
you know- yeah, Phil Graham. And you know what this situation drives home to me is always tell your family and friends that you love them, because you don't know if one of you will be here tomorrow or not. So always tell your loved ones that you love them, because one of you may not be here. You don't know what tomorrow can bring, you know?
Great philosophy in life, James. It is. It's
Yeah.
It's great philosophy in life, mate. Yeah, you know. But you know, BBA has got a lot of passion for what he does, and plus added on yesterday, it was also his family member. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So you know, he's going to go in there. You know, if you're thinking someone's not going to do nothing, and it's just astonishing.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's good. It's good that he's going to be able to put the video up, so we'll be able to all see it
Yeah.
as well, which is good.
Yeah.
I like the idea how he's going to take her under his wing for a week and give her that advice, because anything like that can help as a teenager. I'm not saying it's going to work. Do you know what I mean? But you don't listen. When you get a teenager, you don't listen to older people. Let's be honest, you don't do it.
No.
But
Yep.
I think it's a good thing, and why not?
Yeah, I think with what BBA said, I think it sounds good that no one was like arrested when they turned up with that boy yesterday.
Yeah. I don't like the sound of that at all. I mean, fuck.
No.
A little shit.
No.
Well, we'll see by the video what it all comes out with. Just
Yeah.
gonna make a drink. Just gonna make a coffee, guys. Yeah, I need a coffee now.
Yeah. Just they might have been trying to put the fear into the kids, but how many times have they done that to them and it may not have worked, It's and like BBA said, he sounds like a perpetual runaway, so that gets other people involved. So that's not a good thing for a start, because they could be up to anything when they're out committing crime, anything.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there, my friend. Because I've heard stories over here in the States where a boy convinces a girl to do something and vice versa, and before you know it, they went out here and robbed somebody, shot somebody, killed somebody. So I think something should have been done.
Yeah. Like I said, the police were probably thinking, it's not that important. It's a young adult. But like I said, there is different levels of maturity, isn't there? It's, they around where I am is. Go on, James.
Well, I was just gonna say it's kind of sad how backwards the system is, because you have something like this happen and the police like, oh, no worries, don't worry about it. They're just kids, right? Yet you'll get a parking ticket, and if you don't pay the parking ticket, they haul you into court, ready to lock you up and throw the book at you. They get mad at you for filming at a film station. I just feel like they put that energy into petty stuff, but when it comes to the important stuff, they just kind of go, oh, okay, it's not happening to me, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Morning, Godson. Yes.
Good morning, Godson and Peggy.
Yeah, like where I am, it's they've shut a lot of small police stations and centralised a lot of it to, bigger stations, and we get a lot of trouble with antisocial behaviour and theft and stuff more than other crimes. But most of the police, unless there is a bad crime, the only police you'll see where I am is PCSOs, which they're not real police. They're police special constables. They haven't really got any power. All they can really do is report on stuff, and they do talk to the kids that are causing the antisocial behaviour, but there's nothing they can do. If there's a crime committed, they have to call in proper police officers. So it's the policing where I am it's not non-existent, but it's virtually non-existent. It's nuts, to be fair. And the PCSOs have to cover a wide area of the borough themselves, so you don't always see them around either.
Yeah, it's irritating to me because, like, here in the States, they seem like they put all this money into building prisons, but they don't put enough money into building schools or creating some type of like after school programs for the kids. So it's almost to me, it's like they're saying, we're going to wait until you do something wrong and throw the book at you. We're going to let things get out of hand and then correct it instead of trying to do things to stop it. It's like they're retroactive instead of proactive. That's what I'm trying to say in so many words. And just to throw it out there, you ever notice like the judicial system is set up to make money, and it's all about fear and intimidation. You think about it, when that cop, I don't know about over there, but over here our policemen look more and more like soldiers now. So when they come to your house, that intimidation is already there. And then when you go to stand before a judge, you're looking up at the judge and they're looking down at you like they're some type of God. So again, that intimidation is there. And a lot of times you don't even notice this type of stuff. But the justice system is about fear, intimidation, and making money.
Yeah. The real police are getting a bit more, I wouldn't say militarized, but more of the real police you see will turn up and they'll be, they send armed response units on normal calls now. So whereas they would sit around waiting for jobs, they're actively using them on sort of more minor jobs. But
the situation with the police in our country, ministry, I don't know about, obviously Wales is probably slightly different, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's something to England, that how unapproachable they are now. Just to go to a police station, you're surrounded by 6-foot fences. There's nobody there. There's nobody on a desk. All you've got is a phone to talk to, and then you're like you put on hold and things like that. I find that unapproachable. It seems like they're in their own little world now. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they are.
Should be there. They should be there for the public ministry. You know what I mean?
The PCSOs, because I live in the middle of the little town I live in. Obviously, I see a bit more of the antisocial behaviour and crime than the surrounding areas, and the PCSOs are really approachable, and they do deal with what they're allowed to deal with pretty well. I won't take anything away from them, but like I said, the real police are they're virtually non-existent. Like you said, my nearest police station now is 5 miles. But you're not guaranteed to get someone on the desk, and you've got to be buzzed to get in. And the nearest one to me that you can walk into, or the nearest two, one of them is Newport Central, which is a big, massive thing in the middle of Newport. But that's 20 miles from me.
That's 20 miles. I mean, that's crazy. Isn't it? That's absolutely madness.
Yeah, and the other nearest one is 20 miles as well, and that's in Ustramonach. So, you know, and I'm out the way, but I'm not that out the way. We used to have our own station. The little village across from 3 miles from us had their own. The town 5 miles from me had a pretty big one. But that one now, like you said, is surrounded by 6-foot fences. You've got to be buzzed in, and you might stand at the desk for half an hour and not see a soul. Not that I've been in to a police station lately, but you know, last time I did go in, I think I took someone down for some reason. And that was years ago, and it was 6-foot fences and buzzers to get in. So,
but ministry, by doing that, it creates a them and us situation even more, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's what you can see it from how people are, and that's what it is. And I see it more and more now. You know, and it seems to be getting worse. It doesn't seem to be getting better. It seems to be getting worse. You know,
there's more and more barriers in between. The general public and the police, like you said, everything's surrounded by fencing, and you know they're not really approachable in the street because you don't see police in the street anymore unless it's an incident's happened. You just don't see them to be able to approach them. Or not where I am. You never see them walking around.
Same.
Yeah. Even the big towns, you very rarely see a proper police officer. It's all PCSOs. So,
Yeah, I agree with everything that you were saying. I was going to say, first of all, Phil, the only way I would look up to you is if you were standing on a ladder. Joke, joke, joke. And secondly, I'm enjoying this conversation. I agree with what both of you have said because it's a lot like that here in the States. It's like you get into the police station, you come across this person who's behind this thick glass, and our response isn't, "Good morning, how can I help you?" It's like, "Can I help you? What are you doing here?" If you do see a policeman on the street, they're looking at you like, "What are you approaching me for?" And instead of having this, "We're here to serve the public" type attitude, they have this, "We're here and you're lucky if we even interact with you" type attitude.
Yeah, that's spot on. But,
shouldn't be like that, though, is it? It shouldn't be like that at all.
No, it shouldn't. No, and I know the PCSI kind of rest on that, but I think too much responsibility is being put on their shoulders, and as that's the case, more sort of not petty crimes, but smaller crimes are not being reported, and they're going by the wayside. Antisocial behaviour, minor theft, vandalism, things like that. They're not getting reported.
You get your car pinched, burglary, you bloody attacked in the street, you ain't going to get nothing back. But if you do 2 or 3 miles an hour on a smart motorway, they'll fucking soon have you, won't they?
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah, Gripper. Gripper, it's funny you said that because I just mentioned earlier how backwards this system is, right? And it was so crazy because here in Richmond, like you have people getting shot left and right, people getting robbed, houses getting broken into, and one policeman might show up and say, "We'll see what we can do. It's a possibility you might not get your stuff back," right? But when they came out with this, it's like you have to pay like property taxes if you live in the city, and when it came close to time for the taxes being due, they actually had the cops sitting in alleys waiting for people, to go past so they could look at the cars and see if they had the proper sticker on it or not. Because over here you have to have like a sticker on your car to show that it's up to date, and if not, they can fine you. And they were actually going around in alleyways looking for cars that didn't have those stickers on them so that they could find the people.
Yeah.
And I was like, now if you put all of this energy, that same amount of energy you put into going after people who you think might owe you money, if you put all of that energy into fighting real crime, Richmond would be one of the safest places to live in.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, I was just looking at the chat then.
I was just. Well, we had a. I don't know if you heard about it, James, or someone mentioned it yesterday on the chat. And obviously you'll know about it, Ministry. That 87-year-old guy in London stabbed to death ago.
Bad news.
It was in a mobility scooter, James, and he
Oh
got.
yeah, I did hear something about that. That was a crying shame.
Yeah, and all he was sitting there with his charity box and a bit of money, collecting a bit of money for Ukraine, and this guy is stabbed to death yesterday, wasn't he, in South London? Terrible, absolutely.
Yeah, they've arrested the guy, I think.
Yeah, they've got him. Yeah, 40-odd-year-old bloke, innit?
Yeah, but I wasn't shocked, but I was surprised that on the news they were saying, like, in the space of the last week, there's been like 6 similar knife murders in London. Yeah. In the past week, and it's like, obviously it's not the same person, but they seem to highlight knife crime, and now it seems to have dropped away again. But the knife crime's getting worse.
Since lockdown, since COVID and all that, it was bad just before COVID. The knife crime in London was, but since the knife crime, it's not been talked about. But you're right. It's really ramped up again now. I'm what, 25 miles, probably 30 miles from London. I don't go in there very often because I don't particularly like it. I like being in the countryside, and I go to the countryside. And I hear about it all the while. Every day, someone's either been attacked or bloody stabbed on the radio. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I lived in Hertfordshire, it was we used to go. I was young, but we used to go into London quite regularly, and down to Lewisham, and I learned as a youngster, 14, 15, that I didn't like London. Now I've been there for gigs and stuff, and I don't know, but it's not the people, it's just the amount of people. I can't seem to relax when I'm there.
Yeah, I'm happy going south to the coast. I'd rather do that.
I've got family on the south coast. So,
it takes me 45 minutes to Brighton from here, so you know what I mean. I'll do that.
I'll tell you guys. Oh man, I'm enjoying talking to you this morning. This is some great stuff that I'm getting. You made me think. Okay, Saturday night there was this teenager. He had just turned 18, right? And this happened in Gilpin Court, and that's like in the central part of Richmond. He was going to the store, and he was coming from the store, and some people started chasing him and shooting at him. And he got into the house, and his mother went to shut the door, but they kept shooting, and she ended up getting shot in the hand. But he got shot and died. He got shot multiple times and died. And it just seems like, I don't know, the value of life nowadays has gone down. And you made me think of 2 things. You made me think of the media. I always say that the media focuses on negative things. They don't focus enough on positive things. And you also made me think about how, like, when we keep hearing these stories like this, people getting stabbed and shot, and after a while it makes us desensitized. It's like we get used to it. That's what you were making me think about. That's why I'm enjoying this conversation.
Well, that's the thing, not just London, all the big cities. It's become, the easy thing to do for the youth is to carry knives. They're easily concealed. Guns aren't as freely available over here. So it's just in the cities. It's just become the norm for the youngsters, and not all youngsters, I'm not saying, but it's like Gripper said, it's got way out of control now, and there's kiddies being stabbed up.
I think it's second nature. That's the problem, Ministry. They think it's nature, And again, it's not. it's surely to God, it's like it starts in schools. Surely
Yes.
this can't do more. Where about knife crime, that's where I think it should start in schools.
Yeah.
They can
Oh man.
they blame the parents. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, they fucking blame the parents, but I'm sure most parents don't want their teenager to go around carrying knives. I can't imagine that they do or would let them to or want them to. But it goes to education as well, and it goes to schools as well that they should do to do this. You know what I mean?
I agree with that 100%. I was going to say, right or wrong, I agree with you. America needs to disarm everyone. You're exactly right. And to kind of piggyback off what you said, Ripper, I think again it goes back to the system too, because I was going to mention parenting. Um, I think parents want to discipline their kids, but they're so scared that somebody might call the police and CPS. We call it Child Protective Services. CPS might come and arrest their parents or snatch the kids from the home. So it's almost like damn if you do, damn if you don't. You want to discipline the kids and instill good values, but you don't want the police coming to arrest you or taking the kids out of your house. It's like a
Yeah.
catch-22.
Yeah, that's it. Over here, the social services, seem to not target exactly, but younger families.
Yes.
Where obviously the parents are younger, the kids are younger. When they get up to sort of around the early teens, they seem to sort of be left to get on with it. The disruptive kids and whatever. I was difficult at school, I ain't saying. And disruptive kids just seem to be shuffled off to all congregate together in like special units and special schools. And then obviously they feed off each other then, and that plays into the whole attitude of, being young gangsters or whatever, because they're all, I'm not saying they shouldn't be mixing, disruptive kids from different areas and different schools, because meeting different people is a good thing. But when they're all sort of into the same thing, the same music, drugs, carrying knives, it just perpetuates then. And, and it's got out of control where, innocent kids are being targeted and are dying on the streets for no reason other than being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And I just listen to what right or wrong put in chat. You're the best parent in the world, but if you get influenced by the wrong person or the wrong people, get into that gang, you know what I mean? That's where it needs to be sorted. Do you know what I mean? And that to me goes to the education again. Do you know? Yeah, definitely. It really does. Because if you go, you can be parented. I mean, I've seen it all along. A few years ago, that guy at Manchester, I think he was only 17, 18, and he was on TV as well about it. He lived in a nice part of Manchester. He was brought up well. I think it was a Jewish family and things like that. And he got him into the wrong crowd, and then the poor lad got this lad he was with got stabbed one night. You know what I mean? And that was it. His life was fucking over because he just got in the wrong crowd. But to me, again, that goes back to education. I'm a big believer in that ministry. Because sometimes, like we said, what BA said earlier, you don't listen to your parents, do sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's when I was younger, it was we'd only take a knife out of us if we were going camping for a couple of days, but there obviously was kids that carried knives. But like, me and my mates were tearaways, but we wouldn't even think about taking a knife out of us to do anyone any harm, because that just wasn't in our nature. It was it just wasn't common. It wasn't the thing to do. And even when I lived in Hertfordshire, and it was, different to what I was used to. I'll say, bit tougher than living down south where I was, but I never witnessed any of it there, and that was like, where I was really, people classed it as North London, and I never witnessed it there either, really, to that extent. Like I said, we used to go into Lewisham at the weekends just to my mate's mum's, because he lived with his dad during the week, and we'd go down to Lewisham at the weekends. And we didn't used to see any of that down there either, even though it was going on and it was a bad crime area, because we were out and about in the day, we never used to see any of that sort of thing. But now it's like, it's everywhere all the time. It's gone nuts, to be fair.
Yeah, terrible. And obviously, since what we've had over the last 2 years, Shaw Starkend Centre's gone closed down and never coming back. The situation that we've all, we had the lockdown and so on, and schools and so on. A lot of it is even made worse by all what's happened as well. Because a lot of it, I was reading yesterday, lockdown is being proved now, and I've said this from the beginning. Lockdown is being proved now, and all these people, what happened is being worse than actually what happened itself, the virus itself. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to the COVID situation. I'm not being crinkle, by the way. I'm just putting down to that the situation, what's happened with the young kids as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it affected me firsthand, the old lockdown thing, because I'm so used to being out all the time with the dogs or whatever, and working and stuff.
Imagine an influential young person, how that's affected them as well, Ministry. Do you know what I mean? 13, 14, 15, whatever. How's that affected them? This has not even been looked into yet. You know what I mean?
Well, it's we're not going to really know the true cost for a few years, are we?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because it sounds like y'all have the same problem over there that we're having over here. Once the stuff that we had for the last 2 years happened, it says now that a lot of mental illness has gone up over here. And Gripper, because you made me think back to something I was going to say. I said it earlier, so I'll say it again. I keep saying the system is backwards. And you made me think about, like, I don't know about over there, but over here, they don't put that much money into education. Instead of building new schools, they build prisons. So it's almost like they're saying, we don't want you to learn anything. We want to wait till you get out of hand and then throw the book at you. And it's sad because it's almost like they're retroactive, not proactive. They're not into education. They're not into building after school programs to give the kids something to do after school. They're into waiting till the kids get out of hand and throwing them in jail. The system is just backwards.
Yeah, we'll say where I am. A couple of new youth clubs have opened, and we got one that's lottery funded. So
big up, Mark.
Big up, Mark Kelly. There is stuff here for youngsters, but the youth clubs seem to shut at they open 5 till 7 or 6 till 8, and I think that's the young youth of today. They're out later than we were as kids, and I think they could cater towards the older kids a little bit. It's the same as like with the police's attitude towards kids. I think with where I am in the situation, it's they seem to sort of, when the kids get to 13, 14, they don't seem to cater at the youth clubs for them so much. They seem to concentrate on the younger kids, which aren't so much trouble.
When they get to that age, they just seem left. They just seem left, to be honest, Ministry. You know what I mean? Especially now.
Yeah.
There's none of that no more, is there? There's none of that.
No.
Well, real quick, Phil Graham made a good point. Some comments back. He said, society has changed. The lure of easy money is rife and no prospects for youth. It's a recipe for disaster. And that makes so much sense because you think about it, they put all of this money into building prisons so they can throw the kids and adults into prisons. And then they can tax the people all of this money just to keep the prisons going. It's like a big money making machine. And just like over here, I think one reason the media is so negative and wants to encourage violence is because they want to put fear into the people. Why? Because once they put the fear into people, then people run out and buy guns in order to feel safe. They run out and buy alarm systems in order to feel safe. So it's all about making money if you think about it.
Yeah.
And you mentioned something 5 minutes ago as well, James. You mentioned about schools being built and all things like that. Yeah, there is some parts, there's some places, there are old schools being knocked down, new schools, new colleges being built all around. I ain't denying none of that. They are putting money into that. But it's still the same inside. Same people are still there. They're getting the same education and not getting the same help. It doesn't matter. You can build everyone can have a new school. It's inside. The problem is, James, do you know what I mean? The education for the people that's actually there. You know what I mean? The same problems happening in a brand new school, never matter what. You know what I mean?
So Gripper, I'll take it a step further. This is what I think you're trying to say, and this is the best way to get to it. Before the world can change, we have to be willing to change ourselves. And we need to stop looking so much at the physical things and start focusing on our mentalities.
Yeah.
Nothing will change if your mentality doesn't change.
That will come out more, as what Minish said 2 minutes ago about the effect of what's happened over the last few years. That will come out in the next 10, 15 years, definitely. People, the mental side of things, especially the young generation that's going to come up now, that's coming up behind us now, is going to be more prevalent than ever. It's going to be 100% more prevalent. Because when I was younger, people didn't care shit about if you had something wrong with you, and you know that ministry yourself, innit? People you just left behind. But that's something that's got to be fucking addressed now. Do you know what I mean? Because I fear, honestly, I fear for everything about it, what's going on at the moment. And, I can go on about cost of living and other people as well, and the people, it's just weird, fucking scary shit at the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, mate, I'm going on a tirade. All right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right, my friend. I was just gonna say, I want to circle back to what you were saying earlier about what you just said, because I loved what you just touched on. And I'll go back again to mentality, because I noticed when I was growing up, we fought things out with our hands and then we shook hands.
Say hello. Come on.
That's it. But
Hello.
now
Hey,
people want to pick up guns and
hello.
fight.
Hello.
It's like a mental thing now.
Hello, good boy. Yeah, it's true. Society, I think it's a lot to do with society today, isn't it? It is tough for youngsters growing up. There's nothing out there for them, Everything, there's budget cuts on everything, sports fields, leisure centres. There's nothing open. They're just hanging around the streets. It's a lot to do with it, 100%. But I still think national service be good, because it's not just, marching them around. It's teaching them discipline. It's teaching them manners, and respect. I think it's the right way to go, myself, personally. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of shit. You got kids having kids, and then, parents don't work. They're on the dole all their lives. Then they have children. They're on the dole all their lives. It just keeps it's a wheel that keeps progressing.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get out of it. It's a rut.
Yeah.
And I think something in their lives for them to look at and work on, be structured, would be a good thing.
Yeah, it's like I said, there is the one youth club where we are has got a pool table and games machines in for the older kids, But like I said, they do seem to target the younger kids for the youth clubs, and there is nothing for the age bracket. Say,
yeah, well, I mean, they're closing a lot of these sports facilities down, and people have got to pay to keep the changing rooms open and just to keep their kids having something to do,
Yeah, exactly.
Bang out of order.
Yeah, it's a while ago now, but they got rid of our little swimming pool and leisure centre, and
We're heading back to the
got a new school on the site.
1930s. Yeah, we're heading back to the 30s with workhouses and, you know, and shit like that, because people can't survive today.
Going back to what BBA said earlier, and what you know about this girl that missing in Nottingham, and you know, you need more of this. What BBA is going to do, he's going to take her under. You know, he's going to bring her back home, his niece, and he's going to show her what he went through, not that. And sometimes that 1-to-1 or whatever that's what some people don't get. You know, you put, you know, you say these and tell them what it's like. You know what I mean? It's just a 1-to-1. I'm not saying it's the answer, but you know that people don't get that. You know, they don't listen. You know.
Yeah, it's true enough.
Willing to say, or you know, it's like ministry. You said it. It's like when you're 13, 14, you seem like left and you're not bothered, and they're not bothered nowadays, and it seems like, you know, and it's just so wrong. You know.
Yeah. Like in the school system, you know, as well as, you know, outside school.
Yeah.
It's, you know, if you're not sort of into sports or whatever, or science or whatever it is within the first couple of years of high school, they just seem to let you get on with it. You know, they don't encourage the kids. They don't seem to see the potential in, you know, kids anymore. When they get to that age, it's weird, if you ask me. It's
when you look at them, they're left to run on the streets now. You know, there's nothing for them to do. That's a problem.
No.
And, you know, they're just bored of their skulls. They end up doing wrong things. You know,
cadets and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? And I went through all that, and it was, you know, look back, it was a really good thing. Some of it I didn't enjoy, but it's a good thing. You have to, you know, it's part of growing up, isn't it? You know what I mean? But say you just left to your own thing, like just to go downtown, sit with your phone and cause shit. You know what I mean? And that's what it seems to be now. You know, and that's not growing up, in my opinion. But you know,
and, I think kids today don't have a childhood. You know, there's so many things like the iPhones and iPads. Straight home from school, straight upstairs, straight on the web. You know,
no interaction no more.
We never had nothing like that when I was growing up. Nothing at all.
No interaction. They go to sit on the iPads and talk to the mates. They don't go around and knock on the door and say, "Do you want to come out?" or anything like that. None of that no more. They just talk on sitting on the phones or buying the iPads, don't they? That's what they do.
Yeah. Well, you know, right or wrong, you hit on something earlier that I really liked, and that was, you said children having children. I think one reason the kids don't have a sense of direction today is because you think of a lot of the young kids who had kids. I've always said that a child can't raise another child because that first child hasn't seen the world. They haven't been through real life experiences, so they don't have a reason to bring a child into the world. So I think that's where part of the problem came in at when you started having babies.
Yes, correct. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I was 20, I think, when I had my first. But you know, our kids,
and I think
kids young, and they do struggle at that age.
You know, I think kids are frowned on today. You know, every parent strives and struggles to get their child the best clothing. You know, it's got to be name clothing, shoes. Got to be your haircut the same way. Or if not, you're ostracized. You know, parents can't afford it. But then them children seem to think that everything in life is easy. You know, there's nothing in life is easy. If you want it, you've got to work for it. It's not given to you. And they're not shown that, you know. And when you tell a child it becomes last in a race, oh, well done, you know. I don't believe in all that.
No.
You know, give them a medal for coming last. No, you don't get nothing. You're last.
And that's it. Spot on, Tyrone. I mean, you get now. I talked to somebody yesterday or the day before. I can't remember it was. Oh, it was Shuffling and bloody Archie on there. I said, what they do now when you come last in a race? Now they clap you when you come last in a race.
Yeah.
You don't really clap you last. You win the race, and you win the race, and that's it. There's none of that no more, is there?
No, it's all first loser, second loser, or second winner, third winner, fourth winner.
Yeah, it's crazy, you know. they don't realize then, they're not learning anything.
No.
It's too easy for them, and they're given everything. Although parents, like I said, struggle all their bloody lives to put food on the table and that, but the kids want all these name clothes. Otherwise, the other kids will take a piss out of them. That's the way life is today. But they don't learn anything.
Just reply to Jane in chat, please, ministry, please.
Yeah.
People, if we had the technology then or whatever, you'd still used it. Yeah, maybe so, right? But what I don't like now, like saying, you walk around a supermarket and parents are sticking bloody iPhones in their little kids because they're crying and making play.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with none of that. Or they'll sit in a pub, in a restaurant, and they've got and the little kids are sitting there with a bloody iPhone in its face. You know what I mean? An iPad in its face. Fucking hell, what the world we live in, man? Interact with them, be with them, take them apart, do something with them. You don't do that, innit?
Yeah, when the granddaughters are here, they'll text from upstairs if they want a drink or something. That's how I say to my miss, what the fuck are they texting from upstairs? Just come downstairs and get a drink.
Well, you know what? I'm enjoying this conversation again because you made me think about society. It's kind of sad because society says you have to have an iPhone. You have to dress a certain way. You have to watch certain programming. And it's like nobody teaches any type of individuality anymore. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be yourself. You don't always have to do what the crowd does. You don't hear that type of stuff anymore. It's like, you got to be this in order to be cool. You got to be this and you got to be like everybody else. So I think society is a joke nowadays.
Yeah, Tyrone hit the nail on the head. They want everything straight away, with the best straight away at 16, 17, whatever. They want the best straight away. You know what I mean? Even younger, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have it when I was growing up. You know what I mean? It's I'd hand me down clothes, and if I wanted, a pair of rugby boots or a pair of trainers, my mum had to save up for it. Like, you know what I mean? And Christmas was catalogue and everything. Pick something out of the catalogue, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah. I watched a video, I think, on YouTube about a young kid in America. He was spoiled by his family, and he wanted the latest iPhone, and his mother said he couldn't get it. So what he done, he threw his other phone in the pond, like in his swimming pool.
Oh my God!
His mother said he's still not having one. They just want, and they take that as granted in life. Then, if they can get everything free from their parents, they take that. Everything in life is hunky dory, and it's a free ride, and there's no they don't get disappointment. They don't get failure or disappointment. They just think it's all good, and it's wrong. They're not taught it. It's wrong.
MBTV is just 150 quid on the fruit machine.
Yep. Nice.
How much should you have to put in to win 150 quid?
Yeah, put 250 to go in it.
It's 50 quid down in the deal. James, I've never spoken to you before. It's nice to meet you. I mean,
same here, my friend. Same here. I like a lot of the good discussion here. I started not to come up this morning, but I decided to come up, and I'm glad I did. I feel like everything happens for a reason. I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm enjoying the chat. So carry on, my friends. Oh, and you could probably tell by my quote-unquote accent that I'm from America. So I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
Yay! I've got my suitcase ready to pack. Get that spare room ready, mate. I've told you get the spare room ready.
Oh, well, come on over. I'll show you the sights.
Yay!
The only thing I know about Virginia is Laurel Nardi, the Blue Ridge Mountains, Virginia.
The funniest thing, I'm about maybe an hour and a half from the Blue Ridge Mountains. And I actually at one time used to live in Charlottesville, which is only about 30 minutes away from the Blue Ridge Mountains. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you really like nature, you could take a trip to the Blue Ridge Mountains and ride along this street called the Blue Ridge Parkway, especially in the fall because the leaves change color and they fall from the trees, and you see all these different colors while you're riding down the road. So a lot of people get a kick out of that.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
leafers. The
Autumn.
leafers. The Family
You
Guy
call it
episode.
fall,
with the
James. We
leafers
call it
was all about-
autumn. James, you call it fall. We call it autumn.
Oh, yeah, I always got fall. I always find that fascinating. It's fall.
Yeah, but see, they call it fall and autumn over here. But I'm
Right.
just so used to saying fall, so that's why I said. And I'll tell you, I love the fall or the autumn, and I love the winter, but I don't care too much for the spring or the summer. And I tell you something really funny. When y'all had that heat wave a couple of weeks ago now, that's similar to the weather we have here all the time.
Yeah,
Very similar.
It's nice today here, actually. It's
Yeah, it is.
It's 28. It's 28 here today at the moment. 27. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was overcast here this morning, but the sun's out at the moment.
Sun's out now. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in southern England and it's warm here.
And Phil, you thought I was Scottish? You know, I do a terrible impersonation of the English. I tried to do an impersonation of the British yesterday, and I was told I sound Australian. So I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, that would be big for you, mate, because you hear the accents you hear on here are all very different. I mean, you've got two Welsh guys on here. Somebody took me left. I've got an East Midlands accent from there, and then you've got everybody. You've got Geordies, Scouse, Cockneys, Scottish. It's very difficult to build these accents, mate.
Well, you know, Gripper, it's funny as I don't know what, because I was sitting there thinking, like, y'all have different accents for different regions, and that's exactly the same way it is over here, because you hear how I talk, right? But somebody in, say, Alabama would talk slower than me, and somebody in, say, up north, like New York, would talk faster than me, and then the people in California, I don't know how the world they talk, so I'm finished with that. But it's funny how the different regions have different accents.
I know. I guess that's when you first came on and spoke. I thought you was a New Yorker. Can you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up,
Yeah, it's me, bro. Mate.
That's the best.
Oh, yay! Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, James.
It's the BBA, BBA.
Oh, James, I definitely thought you were Scottish, bro.
What? Oh my
No, I'm only
God.
joking. I'm only joking. The Australian accent though, and a Cockney accent. Some Australian accents can be very similar to a Cockney accent
Ah,
with certain words. I wouldn't say like bang on the same, but I could see why someone might have thought that you sounded Australian trying to do a British accent. Because I've tried doing a Cockney accent before, and I sounded Australian.
oh
Yeah,
man.
I can't remember who the guy was, but there was someone on a panel a couple of weeks ago, and he was trying to convince people that he was from Phoenix, Arizona, and it was obvious that he was from New Zealand or Australia. But he was adamant that he was from Phoenix, Arizona.
I like the deep. In America. I like the deep South accent of Alabama and Mississippi. I like that accent.
Oh wow.
I love that accent. It's a good twang.
So you like it when people talk like this?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh
I like
my goodness.
Is it wrong for me to say, but like the proper hillbilly accent?
Yeah.
No, you'd be spot on. There are people in West Virginia who talk like that.
I don't know if we're allowed to call them hillbillies anymore, but I'm happy to see. So
It's not derogatory, is it? Surely not.
Well, you know what? You know what's become the accepted term around here? Redneck. So if you call them hillbilly or redneck, you'd be all right.
All right, yeah. Did you get some rednecks around
Redneck
here?
motherfucker.
Oh, I'm just a redneck from the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. I'm glad to meet your acquaintances here.
Is it rednecks who talk like this? All right then, boy. All right, boy. They talk like that, don't they, James? Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's how a lot of people in the Deep South talk too. I'll tell you what I said, boy. I'll tell you one thing, I agree with that.
Crack me up. God's sake.
Well, now you talked me into it. Being around you guys have helped me learn a very little British slang. So I'm going to try my accent out.
Come on then, have a go then. Come on then.
Okay, I'm having a very good time over here. I think that it's very fantastic. I just hope that no one decides to take the piss out of me. How did that sound?
You sound like you got something in your mouth.
Oh my God, that's a load of bollocks.
Well, you can watch out. You're not the bloody queen.
Dick Van Dyke method. Spot on.
Oh, I think you're trying to take the piss out of me now. This is total rubbish.
Yeah, you're doing a bit of the cockney. There's a bit of cockney in there. What are you doing with it, James? You're really Londoners, mate. Oh my God.
Well, look, I would tell you, there's actually a place in Maryland called Cockeysville. So, Cockeysville.
I don't want to go there. Don't take me there, James. For God's sake.
Well, is it? We're 3 hours away from it, so I don't know if I'll take you there.
I'm not going to Cockeysville. I don't like the sound of it already.
Cockeysville. It's in Baltimore. Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh yes, I know Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens.
Yes, Cockeysville sits near Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, I know Baltimore. Baltimore Ravens.
Exactly.
Ravens country.
Exactly. Okay, so then if you know Baltimore, then you should know that I'm 3 hours south of Baltimore.
Ah, right.
That's like the halfway point between here and New York City.
You're a real East Coast guy, you are, aren't you? I love it.
Exactly. And I'm 2 hours away from Washington, D.C. I don't know if I should tell anybody.
Yeah. and the bloody Potomac River. Jesus Christ. You never forget that, will you now?
No. Well, you know what? When I first pronounced it growing up, that's exactly how I said it. And somebody was like, what? Somebody was like, what? What are you trying to say? I said, that river that sits right there by D.C., the Potomac. And it's like, you mean Potomac? I said, yeah, that's what I said, Potomac. I'm not saying anymore this morning.
Bye-bye, Troll Watch. See you later, mate.
Yeah, later, Troll Watch.
Take care. Take care. Always good to see you here, my friend.
Oh, dear. Got bloody tears now, laughing.
Well, I tell you, if I put a smile on your face, I feel like my job is done.
You know what, James? Every time you come on any panels, mate, you always get me. You always brighten the place up, mate. Doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm blushing now.
That sun you can see on Ministry's screen behind you. That's you, James, when you come on panels, mate. The sun rises.
Yeah, that's That's a Welsh sunset there.
It's a beautiful sunset. It's a beautiful picture.
Yeah, I like it. I think BBA has left.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna say thank you to everyone for coming on. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes. I'm gonna have some background noise now, so I'm on the desktop.
Are you going off now, Ministry? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 5 minutes and go off. My missus has come through now, so she's
I'm going to go out. I'm going out for a cycle ride this afternoon. So there you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Bike's coming in.
and before any of you leave, I want to thank you, Ministry, for welcoming me here. I want to thank
Always.
you to everybody on panel. I've read right or wrong, and Gripper, my brother from another mother, and BBA. I always enjoy the wonderful conversations when I come over here across the pond. And I want to thank the people in chat for a lovely discussion. And I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend ahead. And as always, tell your families that I said hello.
Thank you, James. And you.
Thanks, James. Very
Thank
kind
you.
of you. Thanks, James. And
Oil Vowr, James. Oil Vowr, buddy.
I thank all of you.
That goes back to you as well, James. Yeah, you have a wonderful weekend, mate. Yeah.
Well, I
Cheers.
thank all of you again. Yes.
Yeah.
I
care,
think
buddy.
all of
Yeah.
you.
Nice to have you on, James. Really nice to have you on.
Yeah. Yeah. And thank
Bye,
you,
James.
Ministry. I like to say, Ministry. This is on my list now of the drama-free channels that I'm enjoying. So, yeah, thank you very much for that.
I
Thank
try
you
to
very
keep
much.
it at a minimum. I'd say to James that, some of the comments in the chat, James, might go a bit over your head because we do have a bit of humour in my chat, but it's all good. It's all good. I try to keep the drama away
Yeah.
as much as I can. It's
It's been a great live. I've really enjoyed it. Really great live.
I would tell you something real quick, my friends. I always say love is real because it's something you can feel. And as soon as I came in here, I got a good vibe. So even though some of the British humor may go over my head, I still feel good about it. So again, thank you for a wonderful time. I enjoyed the great vibes here.
James even knows what rainbow is now. You love rainbow, don't you, James?
Oh yeah, I actually listened to that yesterday. It reminds me of a 1960s tune. I like it.
Oh man.
All right, it's time to say goodbye then, lads.
Yeah, thanks,
all the best.
Tyrone.
Stay safe, everyone.
Tyrone.
Cheers, Tyrone.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, Tyrone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Take care. Thank you for having us on, mate. See you soon. See you in the next one, matey.
Yeah, thanks, Gripper.
Take care, my friend. Always good to see all of you.
Bye-bye, everybody in chat. Take care.
Well, guys, that was a great little live. There's some great people in, some good people on, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Phil, I don't know if I'm dogging later. I'll see what the situation, how many lives are on and whatnot. I'll try watch any comments and everything. All comments are welcome. Drama in the chat is fine, and I always say harsh banter is fine and everything. I just try not to bring it on the panel, too much. I know I've had Emery on a couple of times and whatnot, and a bit of shouting, but I try to not to bring it on the panel because there's enough of that on YouTube already. There's enough of that, so I'd like to thank everyone that's watched and everything. Cheers, Ice Chain. Cheers, Troll Watch. Shay, Method, Phil, everyone else is in the chat, and cheers for watching. And I'll catch you all in the chat in a bit. I expect, and I might even jump on a panel, go out the back of my phone or whatever. So, ciao for now. Yeah, that's right, Phil. That's right. That is just before I go. Spot on. That is. Yeah, cheers, James. I like having you on, speaking to you in chats and everything. So just leave that one for everyone. Bye, Felicia, and ciao for now.